Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Brutally Honest, a WoW podcast. Today's episode, episode 6, is exactly why I started the show to begin with. I sat down with Luxthos, I sat down with TouchpadWarrior, I sat down with SoulSoBreezy, and we didn't even make it halfway through the outline of this episode because we were too busy laughing and cracking jokes and just enjoying each other's company, vibing, if you will. It was just a ton of fun. We talked about connection. We talked about community. We talked about really what it means to go live in this day and age and what it means to be a content creator in this day and age. We talked about that and so much more. So thank you for being here. I hope you do enjoy the episode. If you are someone who cares about the people behind the content as much as the content itself, you are in the right place. So I'll get out of my own way, enjoy this episode, and I'll see you on the back half for all the plugs and all the fun stuff that comes with that. Have fun. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for episode 6 with, frankly, 3 of my favorite people in the entire world. Now, I may be saying that not actually knowing 2 of them yet. This is the first time I've ever sat down with Touchpad and Soul, but I can already tell we got a good vibe going on here tonight. Today's episode, listen, it's all about sitting down with these guys and talking about how this ridiculous, beautiful game has transformed our lives and your lives and our lives collectively. And we're here, we're gonna learn a little bit, we're gonna laugh a little bit, we're gonna connect a little bit. And these guys are 3 content creators you've known, you've loved, you've watched and listened to for literally years at this point in time. And they're not just entertainers, they bring value. And I sound like I'm being facetious, and I apologize, but they really do. You guys bring a lot of value to the community, and I really appreciate you sitting down with me today and sitting down with all of us today. It is a joy and an honor to be in your company. So enough blowing smoke up your butts. We're gonna get into this thing. Luxthos, if you don't mind, we're gonna start with you. I would love for you to tell everyone who you are, where you can be found, what's going on, and just give us the deets, man. Thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here. Always nice to have a good chat with some lovely fellows. I'm Luxthos. You can find me at everywhere that says Luxthos. And that's pretty much it, honestly. That's really it. Been doing some week ors, been streaming, playing some WoW, playing some stuff, doing stuff, chatting. Mostly it, honestly. Really. That's
week ors.
I'm a simple man.
I'm not sure what those are anymore, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember power auras.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I too.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Have to
Set
start
that up with my Pitbull unit frames. Yeah.
That's a blast from the past. Real quick, I try to say this as early as I can in every episode under everyone's name. Here's my camera. You'll see our Twitch, and I think this is the first episode. Correct me if I'm wrong. Your Twitters, your TikToks, your YouTubes, your Twitches are the names we have under the. It's Luxthos, it's TouchpadWarrior, and it's SoulSoBreezy. Correct?
Yep.
We'll have very specific names. It's very easy to
moly.
get those.
There it is. First time ever. Should be very easy to find them.
9, but I was taken.
Right.
So.
What about Luxthos 6-7? Huh?
Oh, dude! Don't get me started on that. I had to rent about an hour.
I've got kids. All right.
Understand what the hell is 67 supposed to mean?
I can teach you 69.
That thing.
Oh god!
Yeah,
All right,
it's a bit short.
Little Mr. TouchpadWarrior's in the house. Thank you for being here tonight, man. It is so nice to meet you and sit down with you. If you could take a moment, tell people who the heck you are. We know where everyone can be found now, but what's going on with you, man? How are you?
Hello, I'm doing swell. It is early for me to be on face and on camera, so my brain's a little thrown off from that, and I don't have whiskey in my hand. But I don't know. I'm doing a lot of player housing, like I'm sure most folks are, and I just do a lot of short form content and try to have late night vibes that are cozy.
Dude, I love cozy vibes. They're the best vibes. I mean, look at their background. I talked about this before we went live today. Look at their backgrounds. Like 2 of these guys have fireplaces or pseudo fireplaces roaring in the back. It's amazing. And Soul, your paraphernalia back there, it's incredible. And then here I am with a tiny little rinky-dink Christmas tree with a Patrick on top of him. I got nothing. I feel left out.
You gotta start somewhere though, man. You know, so you're gonna get there.
Lux has the fanciest tree.
Also, you moved,
and
right?
way too expensive of a shelf up there.
I moved like a year and a half ago. I have stuff all over my office. You just can't see it in the stream. It's okay.
Oh, you placed it on the wrong side.
I know. Well, when I moved in here, I try to keep things out of reach of the kids. They're 6 and they're 9, so they're not like little kids. I mean, they are, but I'm not worried
The
about them
hands can reach
chewing on
things.
things. Yeah, exactly. Things break and go missing, so you know how it is. Soul, it is wonderful to have you here. It is a joy to be in your company, sir. How the heck are you? Tell people who you are, what you do, and again, we know where you can be found.
I am not muted, so this is a good start. Hey, I'm Soul. I also do streaming and I do videos, and I mostly try to be around on Mondays and Saturdays to let people know what's going on in WoW, what people are saying, and what I have to say about it. And I'm doing a whole ton of player housing stuff, and it's good to be here with you lovely, lovely dudes.
Hey, you're lovely. Somebody says it was wild using the word paraphernalia for decor in the background. Maybe paraphernalia wasn't the right word. All right. Maybe I should have said decor instead of paraphernalia. But nevertheless,
I applaud you because I'm just looking at that word and I'm afraid to try to pronounce it.
Well, English isn't your first language, so yeah, obviously.
Oh,
Yeah,
even if I look at the French version, I'm sure it looks like a mess.
You had problems pronouncing the word Vermont today.
Did you what?
Really? Wow.
It's like Vermont? The thing's from Vermont? Vermont, they have maple syrup.
Vermont, Vermont. I'll say it in
Yeah,
French.
Vermont. You have to have the.
If I said it in
little bit of
French,
accent
then I'm
there,
never
right?
wrong. So
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I love starting things off laughing and joking. So I do agree. The vibes are on point tonight, and it's wonderful to be here with you guys. So Luxthos, I want to ask you a question right out of the gate. I mean, I guess it's kind of what I'm doing out of every gate is asking questions. But do you remember what was your very first piece of content that you ever made? And then if you do remember it, have you watched it recently? Does it bring a smile to your face? Does it make you cringe a little bit? What was it for you?
I try to forget. No, it's really. It's funny because I bring it up kind of often when people tell me that my English has improved because it's been almost 8 years now since I started like recording stuff and streaming, and sometimes I just like to show people what it sounded like 7 years ago because people make fun of like when I pronounce vermont or or whatever word kind of slips, but then I'm like, let's go back in time. Let's go listen to what it was like, and it was really really rough. I tend to I look at it and I'm pretty happy and proud, I guess, because
You should be proud.
that was horrible to watch. And I don't know how I managed to evolve from that to actually a place where people seem happy for the content we're providing because I was literally making video for nobody and streaming for nobody. So it always gets a little bit awkward in that phase, right? You kind of just pretend you have friends. You're just
Yep.
alone playing WoW, and it's like, oh look, a quest. You're trying to make up stories.
You're like looking
so
at a
it's,
wall, talking to no one, just talking to yourself,
Yeah, exactly.
trying to keep things going.
It's like, what was that? Somebody had a question? Oh no, it's no one. So you just kind of make stuff up, and my English was horrible, and I leave it there though. It's still all on there on YouTube. I haven't deleted anything. All my old videos from like 7-8 years ago are all there, and they sound horrible. But that's nice having a place to remind yourself where you started, I guess.
Yeah, I think growth is extremely important, and I love the fact that it's accessible. I've taken down a few videos just because it's like I feel like I've moved beyond this, that, or the other. But that's awesome, man. So what about you? What was your very first piece, if you can remember? Oh, we got it. He's muted. Ladies and gentlemen, he's muted. He's muted.
See, I knew it. I gotta watch that. The very first thing that I made, you gotta edit that out, by the way. The very first thing I made, it was a video. it was a video called literally Intro to Soul, and I wanted to just kind of present myself to the world, face on cam and everything, and say, hey, what's up? This is what I want to do. I think I remember I was really eager to talk about, I think, Fallout 3 or Fallout 4. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make all sorts of content on this and Diablo, and I'll also talk about World of Warcraft. This is around Legion time when I made my first ever video, and I think afterwards, like I just went right out the gate with kind of like shit posts, and I was talking about, oh, this is why the game is too easy or too hard, and I just went right out to preaching my opinions and pushing them on the people, and that I want to say it didn't age well, but I also haven't changed much at all. So not to say that I've evolved, but not really. So yeah.
Hey man, listen, opinions are that's an important piece to being a content creator. It really is. So no shame in that. Have you always had your little buddy with you, your little not Jeeves, what the heck am I talking about?
Talking about Bob.
Yes, Bob, thank you. My God, man. Have you always had has he been there from the beginning?
No. Like once upon a time, like I was a little bit I guess jealous is the word, because I wanted to be like, oh man, Telias and Nevatel, like they can bounce off each other, they can talk to each other and all that stuff. I could do that too. I'll just make someone up. And I thought that was a brilliant idea.
It was.
It wasn't. Yeah, I guess it was, but at the same time, like he's very, the character is very polarizing, because it's kind of like, here's me and my personality, and I'm very chill, and I tend to be upbeat, and then we have this kind of id as like, okay, what's he really thinking? And that's where you have that sort of thing come out. And for some folks, it's like, oh, I love him, like I just love how snarky he is, and other people will be like, oh, that thing's like super cringe, dude. Can you just get rid of him already? But at least right now he's stuck to singing jingles and songs and stuff, and that's just
Keep
as
it going.
cringy. But
No wait, man.
but
It's
I
not
love it.
I
love it.
I made
Genius, though.
I
Because
agree.
then you can just blame everything on him. It's not you.
True.
It's
It's a
just
good little, whipping bot.
I
If
thought
you
me,
send like a
said
really
it.
late tweet at like 4 a.m. Oh, sorry, that was Bob. That was Bob.
Oh, just want to point out that was Bob. The microphone that keeps muting. It's Bob.
Yeah.
Too.
That's true.
I should
That's
look out
true.
for that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing, man. That's I love hearing these early stories. And Touchpad, I'll bring it home, man. First piece of content. What was it? Do you remember it, if at all? How does it make you feel
I do.
nowadays?
It was like about 12 years ago. The only social media site I knew anything of, like I didn't know anything about Twitch, well, just.tv or YouTube, did none of that. I just started posting screenshots of like my transmog and stuff. That was it. But it was before it was even screenshots. I was literally there with my phone, like, like, like pixelated stuff.
What do you mean before there was screenshot?
Yeah.
Because I'm
We still have
stupid,
it.
Lux.
Discovered
I'm
them.
talking about, yeah, exactly. Because I'm stupid. That's what I'm explaining. I didn't know how to upload that.
Oh my
Hey, it said
God.
first piece of content. That's raw, all right? That's organic.
That's true. That's true.
It's still up there too. Good luck trying to scroll 10, 12 years down on
On
Instagram
your-
trying to find that.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Chat, get to work. Go
Yeah,
find
or
it.
someone find it
It
in
works
the
out.
show,
Matt, we want to
please.
see the first transmog.
I've been making content for so long on Instagram that people are like, "When did you get the Spectre Tiger?" Like the video's there from WoD. Good luck finding it. It's on Instagram. So
That's
that was my first
amazing.
bit of content. But I feel like most things kind of blossomed when I prioritized on Twitch, so that's different. Going
Yeah.
back on Twitch like about 6 years ago. Not gonna say the other number because of Lux. There's a cursed video of me twerking in a Murloc onesie to Shakira's "Hips Don't Lie." So I feel like I've evolved a lot past then.
Now you just twerk without the onesie.
Well, hey, that's for the other channel. Right. They don't get that for free. Come on.
Well, for those of you who are watching live, you can always type in the command question followed by a question. I have a wonderful mod by the name of I'm Not Drush who loves to capture these things, throws them in Discord. I will do my absolute best to ask viewer questions to these guys. This is very much one of those shows to where I want to get as much engagement and interaction as possible. So yeah, feel free, by the way, gentlemen. I want to make sure it's perfectly clear. You've done a great job so far. If at any point in time you want to answer a question that's not specifically directed to you or respond to somebody, please feel free to. This is your show more than it's mine. I don't want you guys to feel like you have to stay within these little boxes or the guardrails up and everything. No way, man. Let's just jump into it and have fun. So
Do we have a hand cue? There's the
No,
hand,
just-
the K-pop
just-
part.
I mean, as long as
Just
I'm
go
not
for it.
muted, then yeah, I'll definitely chime
Yeah,
in.
I saw you doing it
Talking
again, but
the
we're already.
entire thing over Soul. No, but I find that interesting because both when you told your story, Soul, it was kind of a little bit the same thing initially. I wasn't gonna do WoW initially. I was like, oh, I'll do whatever game I was playing at the time, which I think was what is that RPG with like the that turn-based like paper style RPG with like the super deep voice announcer kind of. I don't remember the game. The super gory, like somebody in chat is going to figure it out what I'm talking about. Every time I want to tell this story, I forget the name, and then somebody comes up with it. That's what I do with chat. I remember, I forget everything, and I hope
Chat
Hey,
is
down the
absolutely-
road,
they're
that's
so
going to help a lot
useful.
with Alzheimer's. You know,
Mortal Kombat.
No. It's like
I don't
the
think it was
turn-based combat. Anyway, so I started doing content with that, and then like nobody cared at all. because I wasn't knowledgeable of the game. I had nothing to offer. There was nothing there. Like that was my first time playing the game. I didn't know what I was doing. But then when I got in WoW, I knew a little bit better how that worked out.
That still is the same case, just your bubbly personality. So
I thought that was kind of funny with the you had like projects of like, oh, let's do all these other games, but then it lands on WoW, and then it's like it's such a gold mine, and then it's like, okay, well let's do that.
Guess we're playing WoW.
And Touchpad is just WoW since the beginning.
Hey, I tried Hearthstone at one point and Diablo.
How did that go?
That was about it.
More Blizzard games.
Was it fun?
I enjoyed it, but it wasn't super knowledgeable, like how Lex is talking about. When I was playing Diablo, I was just sitting there, Diablo 3, playing a Templar or Crusader. I was like, wait, shields! And like, I didn't. What's your build? I'm like, I have no idea, but I'm having fun.
Darkest
Dungeon. Yeah,
gotcha.
That was the first game I ever streamed. The first go live, and it was the last time too. Pretty sure.
So sub goal to have you play it again. Perfect.
Oh, there you go.
So mute
5,000 subs. Make it happen. All right, we're going to jump right into the why we create component of the show here. And Lux, I'm going to start with you. Why do you create? Like, is it for the babes? Is it for the cash? Like, what's going on, man? Why did you decide one day, I want to stream, I want to make these YouTube videos, I want to be a part of this community on this grander, larger scale?
I think it was a little bit random. I don't think I planned any of it. Initially it wasn't like super like the most joyful thing. I was working in a web dev environment as a UI, UX, graphic designer type of stuff. And I was really burnt out of my job. Like I couldn't take like another day. It was really, really not fun. And then I ended up like dropping a bunch of that and then working from home and trying to just take a little bit of time for me and figure out like what the hell I want to do, because I was not happy and things weren't working out. I mean, things were working out. Things were working well, but I wasn't having it. I was in just a really, really burnt place. And then I was like, okay, let's just, I have a little bit of time at home. I'm doing some stuff on my own, some side contracts and just some solo stuff. And then I was like, okay, let's just try streaming for the second time, because I tried that like a really long time ago, just like probably 2 days, and like gave up. So I was like, let's just try to play some game, try to do some stuff. And I didn't really have anything in mind. I just wanted it to work, because I think for the longest time I've always wanted to do radio or like anything that was talking to people. But I liked more like when there was a response back than just talking and not like having any kind of response. So streaming just always felt like it was mixing gaming, it was mixing radio kind of vibe, just talking to people, engaging with people. And I always thought it would be like the perfect thing for me. And I kind of just went in and I tried it. And yeah, when we started doing the weekors, which I like, nothing was planned. Like I was just making an interface for myself at the time. I was just, okay, let me do my interface going from Legion to BFA, because everything is gone and the game is getting more complex. I need like a little UI. So I started making it. And then people just started asking me like, yo, can you share that? Can you, okay, sure. Yeah, I'll share it. And then, hey, can you make it for monk, priest, paladin, DK? Can you make it for every class? I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And then things started like kind of just exploding a little bit. That, at least for me, that's how it felt, because I was seeing growth that I don't think people should experience that fast over the course of like a month. And I was like, oh, is this my chance? Is this where I just like I go all in and let's just go? And that's I've
the rest is history, baby.
Since.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Real quick, I'll put this in the I'll pin this in the comments. As we know, Soul may be muted every once in a while. We've already established that. You might see Luxthos's camera lagging, freezing up a little bit. Yeah. It's because Mr. Luxthos over here streams with 2 computers. All right, Mr. Big Shot. All right, us plebeians, we only have 1 computer, so. He's got his camera on one, his mic on the other, so you might see a little bit of an issue there, but he's with us, I promise. Don't worry. I didn't want anyone to.
The voice shouldn't be lagging, so it's not too bad. I don't know why it's.
No, the voice is good. Of the 2, I'd much rather have the video clip every once in a while. It's totally fine. I just wanted to make sure people know that we know.
Yeah. Well, it's a new playable race, ethereals. He's just kind of like shifting every once in a while. So it's fine.
I could stay really static so people don't figure it out. Like just.
Just don't move. Oh, but your fireplace and your twinkling lights give you away, though. Sorry, man.
Yeah, I think the fireplace is struggling.
No, it looks good.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
it's that's pretty much what it is. It's that there was never like a reason I think to do anything. I felt like it really felt like somebody was just not somebody, but like just things were just meant to happen and things started happening and I didn't really have anything planned. I didn't have anything in mind. I didn't because you definitely don't do this for the money, even though Stream likes to meme that I'm a millionaire streamer.
we're all
but
filthy rich. What are you talking about?
You want to
yeah,
know,
exactly.
Come on,
You told me that. I thought it was public information.
Touchpad. Why do you create, man? Like, where did you come from? What's going? Why are you doing what you do?
I think the most important question is why did I still keep going after 10 years? I don't know. Like I had fun with it, and realistically, after like the first like 6 months, my peak was like maybe 2 viewers, and this is before we even had like the affiliate program and stuff on Twitch. So there was just zero revenue from it at all. Like it wasn't like it was like, man, this is a good business opportunity, but it was just something fun to do. And like at that point in my life, it was like around WoW's 10-year anniversary, and all my friends started like quitting the game, and so I was like, I'm really just playing this game because of like my guildmates, my friends, and whatnot. And then there was one day down the road where like somebody popped in and like to my 3 viewer community, right? They're like, hey man, I'm really glad you're here. Like I needed this today. I need somebody to talk to. I was like, shit, that's why I'm doing this. God damn it. And so that's straight up the reason why. His name was Hyber. He's still a stuffed panda bear. He stays above that door right there. And I was like, okay, I'll keep doing it so somebody has somebody to talk to, like to go about their day. And so I focus more on like mental health and like building community. I used to hate the word community a lot. I thought a lot of streamers just used to like throw that word around. It's like, our community, come join us. It's like, okay, well, what are you providing to a community, right? And so I focus on mental health, a place to be yourself, not afraid to be yourself, and communication. And just always like, it's like a dive bar. You can pop on in for 5 minutes, have a beer, or stay there for 2 hours. You can say something to somebody random that you don't know on the internet. Just get something off your chest. And it doesn't matter. You're not required to be there. Just pop on in. Doors wide open. That's about it. So that's genuinely why I kept going.
That's beautiful. I'm not just saying that to be polite. No, that's beautiful, man. I love that. I love hearing that. I think it's so easy for people to become so focused on, you know, planning out the next stream and cutting the next clip and trying to network like I'm doing with you guys, and you forget that like those are real people watching and listening and tuning in and with real problems and real concerns and real mental health struggles and whatnot. So that's wonderful, man. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sorry if I didn't cut you off, did I? I apologize.
I don't think so. My brain's improv constantly, so it's just woo, woo, woo. It's like whatever works. I'm flowing.
I never notice when people cut me off. I feel like my brain just adapts to like,
yeah.
I never think about it as if I could, like, you know, which makes me do it. But then I notice when I cut somebody off and then I feel awful.
You get like
but
super,
I tend to navigate.
You're super aware of it. Yeah. You're just like, oh, I feel so bad.
All right. Soul, we hear you. You're not muted. It's your turn, man. You got this.
So
why do you create?
So far, I'm not muted. So I guess it really goes back to like back during Warlords. So whatever the hell year that was. And I very distinctly remember seeing folks like Asmongold and Bellular, and they were just trashing Warlords when it was, I believe, still in beta. It was still in development, and they were talking about how, oh, you know, this is clearly like the devs don't know what they're talking about. They're clearly not playing their own game. You know, those sorts of things that we continually see. And my experience when testing it out and trying it out was, wow, seeing them talk about these things and them getting like all these views and all this, I'm like, I could do this. It seems really easy. Anyone can do this, literally anyone. So I'm like, okay, so let me get started. And I guess I just wanted to be a kind of voice that is a little bit more relaxed. That's someone that just isn't entirely like, oh my god, you know, Blizzard bad. And I think there just wasn't enough of that sort of voice, you know, at that time. These days, things have changed, and we have like people from all walks that are talking about the things that they love, and you know, they just want to exist. And that's kind of what I want to be. I wanted to be the kind of place where people can, where someone can empathize with someone who feels like they're not as skilled at the game but they can still find some enjoyment, and they want to find someone who also enjoys the game with them too. And that's a big part of what I wanted to provide to folks, and I think I've done okay with it so far.
Don't put yourself down. I think you deserve every single bit. All three of you guys deserve every single bit of praise that comes your way from your community, as Touchpad made so elegantly.
I think
put
that's one of the things about being content creator, though, is like you're never gonna like say, "Man, I'm doing such a good job at this."
Best.
Hell yeah, I'm the best. I'm pretty sure all of us here would say, like, I think we're doing all right. I think this is moving. It's going forward. Sometimes a little sideways, sometimes a little backwards. It's fine, but we're doing okay.
But
Things are working.
Things are working sometimes. No, that's again not to. I think I probably called some of what you said beautiful as well, Touchpad. But that's beautiful. So I love that connection. To me is so important, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to sit down with you guys. I say this sincerely. The connection you guys have with your audiences through whether it's YouTube videos or live streams or whatnot, it's something that I try to emulate, and it's something that a lot of people crave and desire, and that's why people gravitate toward creators like you, is because you guys do such a good job with it, and you focus on it. I think it's apparent in your work. Anyway, enough waxing on about you guys and whatnot, but Lux, I want to. We haven't even officially started the show yet, by the way. This is literally the first real question that I have on the notes here. So let's actually start the show. So thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you. What a lovely little ramp up to this moment. It's good. Lux, what do you get out of creating live streams, YouTubes, whatever, that you don't get anywhere else?
About 250. No, so
not 350.
350. Yeah, 350. The no, so it's kind of fun because when you guys were talking about like community and stuff, and the like one of the big reason that I always enjoyed like streaming, and I always felt like I grew up watching. I mean, I grew up is a big word, but I watched a lot of like Dan's Gaming and all that kind of stuff back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of people kind of started Twitch there at some point, or just in TV or whatever. And it's always been that feeling of, at least for me, that's how it felt. But it's back when I was a kid, I used to love sitting next to my friend while he was playing video game. I didn't want to play the video game necessarily, but I just wanted to hang out with him and watch him play. He was playing the game, and I was fascinated. I was just like, oh, that's so cool. I was experiencing the story through him without me having to figure out the puzzle, right? And I was just going through that. And Twitch has always felt like that to me. And that's always been something that I missed a lot. And that's always been super fascinating to me and super fun. And I felt that way when I was watching Dan's Gaming during Horror Month. And I have to overpronounce, otherwise you're going to get cut. Horror, okay? Because people apparently it sounds like I'm saying something else. So and yeah, so it's always been like something cool because I was super attached to that. I was like, it felt like I was the friend in the room just chilling and watching somebody play games. And I think so it kind of adds up to what we were saying and kind of going forward with this question. But it's always been one of my favorite things is just the gameplay to me has always been secondary, and it's always been like just talking to people. And that's honestly like, I wake up every single day and I'm happy to go do what I'm going to do. And I don't even, like most day, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I don't have a plan. I don't have a clue. I have no idea what I'm doing, compared to like Soul and Mr. GM and like Touch that's been doing like so much content, like you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I see people like rolling out videos and content and ideas, and I'm just here like, I'll click live. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I just love connecting with people, and I hope it gives to people as much as it gives to me, because honestly, like it makes my day go fly by like insanely fast. Weeks, years are just blinking because I'm just genuinely happy doing what I'm doing. And there's not a single day. Like sometimes there's mornings that are rough to wake up just because I went to bed too late, for example. But there's not a single day that I'm going out of bed and I'm like, oh, I got to go stream. You know, like it's like that has never happened a single time, except while making Druid Wake Horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hater comes
You could have
out.
just not made them. That would have been easier. Just show the favoritism.
Forget they exist.
Hey, they're the four spec. What is this? Okay. I had to plug it. Yeah, so it's always been like fun for me. So to me, that's what I get out of it. That's what I personally get out of it. I don't see myself doing anything else. I don't even like, sometimes people are like, "Hey, do you know what you're going to do if streaming ever?" I don't want to think about it. I don't I'm going to do everything I can to make sure. Whoop, I'm robot mode. Okay. I'm going to make sure I do everything I can to keep doing this every day and sometimes I feel like I'm not doing everything I can, but that's okay. Yeah, things are still working out and I'm still having a ton of fun out of it. And yeah, that's what I personally get out of it. I genuinely have fun having this connection with people, and I just get like such a surreal experience of getting to chat with people every day. I think that's what I get. And I'm not even talking about the weak cores, like, because I don't really, I don't know. I never considered like that this ever really happened. I don't know how to explain it, but weak cores was kind of a side thing. It wasn't even, which is weird because I feel like that's where most people know me from.
You're
but,
the weak chorus guy. What are you
yeah,
talking
exactly.
about?
But every time somebody tells me that, I'm like, nah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not even that
Surprisingly,
knowledgeable. I don't even.
Not friends with you for weak auras. I don't even use yours. You've seen that many times when you pop in a stream. No weak auras at all.
Yeah, exactly.
And I do it out of spite now. I'm just like, no, I'm not going to use your shit.
I gotta use yours.
Hey, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about pronouncing or mispronouncing anything, because I can't pronounce anything in French. So you need not worry, sir.
Wait, did I mispronounce something?
No, you're just overpronouncing horror. Don't worry. Horror. Yeah,
Anyway,
it's all good.
Horror. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much that.
I can't believe you were the guy that liked watching your friend. That's crazy. See, I have 3 sisters, and I was always the guy that, like, I had to have the controller. I was that selfish, that level of selfishness. I never wanted them to play.
I hated having the controller. I hated it. Because I'm not good at these. Like, my friend was playing Ocarina of Time, for example. Like 3D games
Ocarina of Time, yeah.
They were kind of complicated to me. I wasn't good at them. I was good at, like I was playing the Game Boy a lot, like Game Boy Advance, like RPG, Pokemon. I was like super good at these. Platformer, Metroid, Castlevania, all that stuff. But every time I went on to play like a 3D game on the PlayStation N64, I was horrible at it. And I'm still terrible at it today, which is why my Elden Ring playthrough was amazing. And I think that was like the fun aspect to it, because I got to not feel anxious about my playstyle or whatever, and I just got to watch the story and hang out with my friend. So
God bless people like you, sir.
Tutorial to Spyro, the original one. I don't know. I was young. I was like 5 years old. I didn't know how to progress past the story.
Yeah, the difference between 5, 10, 15 when you play those kinds of games, I get it. Thank you so much for sharing, Lux. I really do appreciate that. Touchpad, I want to know, are you creating these TikToks and are you streaming every day to express something? Are you trying to solve something, like from a personal standpoint or a community standpoint? Are you just trying to connect with people like we already established, or is something else altogether?
I just exist, man. Like, I just happen to be in a bubble, and like, if people want to like perceive that I exist, hey, that's neat, cool. I'm glad you like to perceive that I exist. I don't know, like, when it comes to the TikTok stuff and like the short form content, it's like, it doesn't take me a lot of time to prep anything. I pretty much, like, I roll out of bed, feed the dogs, feed my lady, and then I'm just like, well, yeah, that'll do it. And I'll just knock it out in like 30 minutes.
Wait, the dog before the lady?
Well, like, I'm going upstairs to the kitchen to make breakfast. So I feed the dogs. And then while the dogs are eating distracted, I'm cooking the food. Flex, you got to think about it's timing. Okay?
Yeah, there you go. That makes a lot of sense.
It's like the DBM going off. Like, man, it has to tell you like the exact timestamps for everything. And then when the dogs are done eating, food's done, and then I got to take the dogs outside downstairs and then give it to the lady. So it's all efficiency. Okay. Save the program. As far as like, I don't think I'm trying to solve anything. Like, sometimes I do like an educational video, but it's like a shittier, like a more relaxed version of explaining it, not like a long form YouTube content like what Soul would do, right? It's like, hey, this thing exists. Neat. You can go do that if you'd like to. And like, there's a guide that you can go look at. Like, that's it. Just loosely explain something, because it's short form content. It's not supposed to be like a 5-10 minute long video.
Man, I'm number one. I'm not saying this to put myself down. I know this about myself. I'm not good at the long form content like you are, Soul. I'm just, my brain doesn't work that way. Like, when I watch your videos or anyone's videos, who they're very carefully laid out and the instructions are clear and there's clips to go. It's like, I can't do that. I wish I could, but I can't, man. But when you make this kind of stuff, Soul, like what part of your personality shows up most in your content? Or, like you said earlier, is it mostly Bob?
I'll not answer that one because like y'all talking about, oh, you're so good at like the long form content and yada yada yada. Where the truth is, I'm flying by the seat of my pants each and every time because I also tend to not quite know what I'm doing. It's just a matter of like how do I want to present like a guide or something like that to the audience, and I mostly just ask myself, okay, how do I want to present it to myself? And it's mostly going to be like in a very chill, kind of like with Touchpad, kind of a chill or relaxed manner. It's just that, YouTube gives me the platform to like make it a little bit longer, make it a little bit more detailed than what I could before. But when it comes to, especially these days, because the way that Blizzard is making WoW now, it's a little bit less formulaic, and like there's like a big list of things to do, and I'll be able to prioritize to people, hey, let's just talk about like these things that might be important for you because hey, something player power, you want to get into the groups and all that stuff. But then otherwise, dudes, let's just chill and relax, and like here's like a bunch of things that you can do. And from there, like prioritize whatever it is that you want to do. I just want to inform people like what's going on without introducing like a really strong sense of urgency. Like, you have to do these things. Otherwise, you ain't going to get in them groups or you're going to fall behind. Yeah. 10 things you must do, in order to stay ahead of the competition. That's something that I try to rail against. And, you'll see some of these videos that I'll make and be like, hey, okay, here's your path for like a super sweaty person, because there is that audience and they're definitely going to click. But then here's like here's a path or a guide for folks who are just like, hey, I'm only going to play for about 2 or 3 hours a week. And thankfully Blizzard has created something like that, and I try to highlight those sorts of things for those sorts of people. So I'm just trying to make something that is I'm trying to make guides that fit for me, and I'll just project that onto people.
And that's easier to do, right? I feel like it's less time restraint onto you as a person when you don't have to like be a certain personality to adhere to like certain clauses, and you're just talking, being yourself. And that's the most organic way to do it. And I think when people see you be organic, they attach to that more because you're just being real. So
it's crazy. Like it's crazy because we see like from, maybe not in the WoW space, but like elsewhere, you see people who not exactly they're fake, but then they change themselves. They become something else to suit that audience, the kind of audience that is more likely to click or to donate and that sort of thing. And that's great from a money making standpoint and all that. But for me, for me at least, it's like I just want to be me. And then if I get an audience of people who enjoy like the kind of content that I do, one, I'm able to put food on the table, a little bit of food on the table. But then two, I feel happy because I'm not really changed.
Oh, we lost him. Nope. We lost him. He's muted.
Wait, we discovered a new system. Now we don't.
Yeah, that's how it goes, right?
Video is.
You're perfect.
I think you messed up something with talking.
This is the greatest.
It's just gonna make everything better, though. That's like that's a happy accident, as a
Is it that it's gonna be a problem? Because
we're laughing.
has a camera issue, right? Soul has an audio issue. I'm making fun of both y'all. Something's gonna go wrong with me. My power's gonna go out or something. Like
you have a lot of light going on, maybe.
Yeah, knock on something.
California.
Did you finish your thought? I want to. Oh, go ahead.
It's just the video thing is mind blowing to me, because like I can be myself, I can do all of this, but then I have this million of ideas. But it's how do I script anything? I don't even like it. But maybe because I have like a bigger difficulty with words and vocabulary and putting, especially on a second language, like trying to put stuff together. But I just freeze when it comes to making long-term videos. So instead, what I do is I turn on my camera and I just vomit words for like 30 minutes, and then I try to clip out silence, and then it's just like, okay, well, I guess that's a video. Hopefully.
Number one, some people do perform much better doing that. I'm one of those people as well, but a lot of people like that authenticity and just throwing everything out there,
It feels so low quality to me, though. I rewatch my stuff and I'm like, oh man, I wish I would have scripted this.
The alternative is acting kind of fake, and it's like you're watching a TV commercial. It's like, hey, did you guys know that for the low price of $16.99, you can also too do this? Like, it's better that you're like, hey, I found this book. You can get the book over there.
That's pretty much that's how it.
Yeah.
But some people manage the script and then it just flows. Like you listen to Soul's video and it's just everything is just like a waterfall. It's just I don't know how to explain it, but it just flows really well. It doesn't sound fake. It doesn't sound scripted. It doesn't sound. It just sounds like they're talking and they're doing it well. And I'm over here like.
I mean,
Waterfall's a good word for it.
That's the experience, right? Like like I'll start off like early on, like I was just ripping, like okay, let's go, and then I'll edit everything out, and then it'll sound totally coherent. But then I would spend so much time just trying to mix and match words and phrases to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. And eventually, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and script this out, and then as time went by, like I would start to like write in kind of like purposeful flubs, I would write the way that I speak as well. So that way, when I actually do create the video, then it does actually sound like me, as if I was like on stream or whatnot, just minus like a whole lot of the stutters and pauses and stuff like that. But like that just took a while to start to, before I was able to create like my own style that flowed naturally, but didn't sound like a very like rigid commercial sort of sound.
Every video that I upload, there's at least 15 outtakes because I mess up somewhere. So I just hit record. Oh, okay. Go back.
Yep.
I do the same thing with like long form, and then at some point I was like, "Oh, I can edit." I used to make like 20-minute video where I would slip a word at 15 minutes. I was like, "All right, we're starting over." And then I was like, "Oh, if I stop talking every few minutes, I can just bundle, and nobody's gonna see a thing." And then yeah, it's bad.
we learn as we age, right? It's all good.
No, I'm not
real
learning.
quick. How the heck do you guys have like no gray in your beard? It's insane. Like, look how gray I am, and I'm looking at all three of you guys, and it's just like, golly, man. I feel
no
old.
disrespect. How old are you?
I'll be 40 in a few months.
Yeah, well, you got a few years on me.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Give me time. Redheads either go white or bald. So it's gonna be one of those two things. Every redhead you know out there, we look great until 39, and then like it's just gonna go all downhill.
Yeah, also that's my problem. I look like I'm 42, but I'm 35.
We all know you're 53. It's okay. You do really well. You don't have to lie to people anymore.
Yeah, just the baggy
man.
eyes, too much wow.
No,
I just stand really far away from the camera, so no one can see.
Oh, that's a good idea.
This is not in the script, and I hope you don't mind me. You've lost a noticeable amount of weight. You're looking really good, Lux.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually, I'm trying to remember how much I was when we did I think I was pretty. Yeah, I think I was in the 350 back then. Now I'm like 260. I got like a bunch of weight up, and
That's
now
fantastic, man.
I'm pretty stable. No, it doesn't move in a while, but I'm happy with it though.
That's awesome, man. Well, enjoy your non-gray hair and your svelte form now.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I got a couple.
All right, Lux, was there a moment at any time, any point in the past where you looked at something you made, you're happy with it, and you thought to yourself, I made it. I am a creator now. Was it your weak auras? Was it a video or maybe a live stream at any given moment?
I think, it's hard to, I think it's really, really hard to tell yourself as a content creator that you made it. Even though I've been doing it for 7 years, I feel like there's not a single day that there's days that, and it's just my brain. I don't know if everybody's like this, but there's days that thing can be like slightly slower. And I'm like, that's it. It's all going downhill from here. In 3 months, according to my math, it's going to go to 0, right? It's like, every time, like the slightest, like April, March, I don't know if I'm the only one, but like April, March always has this like, and it's like, oh, it's going to be like this forever.
Not this year.
But then December comes back and it's like, wee! And
well,
then
the reason why is that's
to
tax season. So
yeah. No, but it's not even like,
bad.
I'm not even looking at like money, subs, and none of that. I'm just looking at viewership, like traffic on Twitch and all that stuff. Like, and every time it does this, every time I get surprised about it, but so I never fully, what I wanted to say was just, I never fully feel like I sat down and said to myself like, shit, I've made it. Because I feel like in this space, it's hard to be like, I'm super happy and satisfied with the numbers and everything that I'm doing. But I feel like it's insanely difficult to be content about it, because if you are, then you're not doing anything else. It feels to keep growing or keep pushing or keep grinding or keep, and it feels like there's never like an end to the treadmill, right? So it's hard for me. I don't think I've ever had this click in my mind, except the first YouTube video that I made for Rogue Weakors, which were the first video. And I remember I was with my friend, and I posted the video, which was in the worst English you've ever heard in your life. And the Weakors was in 6 different groups imported in Pastebin. It was like, and then I was just with my friend eating like food at the restaurant, and I was like, shit, my video is at like 2,000. I posted it like 2 hours ago. Like, what's going on? And then 3,000, and then 4,000. And I was like, that's it. I made it. And then like, that was like the big moment for me. I was super happy about this. I remember the feeling that I had. And sometimes I'll have it with like a video that I do. I don't get it as much with streaming, but with videos, I love looking at the stats, but I don't do a lot of videos, so I don't get to have fun as much with that. But yeah, that first video I think was like I say my first video. I uploaded a bunch of them before that, but my first like real piece of crafted content, which was just, here are my Weakors, the first one. The first iteration.
But I have a similar story, I suppose, if you don't mind me sharing real quick. And I'm not trying to. I'm not a big fan of people like, oh, that's great, let me tell my own version of that story. But something sprang to mind. I used to work at Best Buy.
You?
I know. I'm sorry. I used to work at
Best Buy.
It's the best part, though. I love
trying to take it away from us. Come on,
ridiculous.
We're the guests. Hello, God.
I used to work at Best Buy, and I was on the floor selling stuff, and I pulled out my phone. Went to my inbox. I swiped down to refresh it, and I saw like 4 subs pop up on YouTube. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, that was the best feeling in the world. Be like, holy crap, somebody subscribed. And when I say sub, I'm not talking about Twitch subs. No, I'm talking about, hey, I'm going to follow this channel on YouTube to see when the person posts another video. And it blew my mind that people had any interest in anything I was saying or doing. And it's just, that feeling, I chased that feeling every day.
You were like, I'm out.
On the
I got
spot.
4 subs on YouTube.
4 subs on YouTube.
I'm out.
We made it, boys. You start burning down the place, like, and beep you, and beep you.
You're cool.
You're always late to work. Yeah.
I got 4 subs on YouTube. You all can.
Just throwing your phone around.
Oh
See
my
that?
God.
I'm a celebrity.
400% increase. Look at this.
All right, enough about me. Touchpad, do you feel like, and again, I loved what you had said earlier about your community, and I feel like I hope this question resonates in that way, because when you're creating content, do you feel like it's more of a calling, or do you think it's maybe just a skill you kind of picked up along the way? Like, how does that resonate with you personally?
Definitely not a calling. I failed English for 8 years, and I have trouble speaking. I'm also dyslexic as hell. So none of this came naturally. It was all self-taught. And it just kind of like Soul saying, it's like just kind of found my flow eventually. It's like, okay, this is kind of working. All right, I can work with this version of me. There we go. Boom, done. And then like, I didn't really pay too much attention to like what was working and what wasn't working for like the first couple of years, at least when like comes to short form content. When it comes to the stream stuff, that's laid out like a late night TV show. Like I have my proper intro, like same song, same intro that I do for that, same things I say for here. And then different segments in my head, I have like a personal timer of like, this is the time to relax, talk to chat more. There's a time to focus on the game, etc. Definitely not a calling at all. I was a chef. So like, this was not what I thought about doing. I hated being on camera. I don't like my personal appearance. I have a lot of those difficulties, but I was just like, just keep doing it every day, and eventually you'll get used to it, and eventually you'll find some kind of line to go down.
Man, you are yeah. I was going to say, I think you found it, and what a handsome guy you are. I hate hearing that people. I say this sincerely. I hate when people have those struggles, and we all have those struggles. Believe me. But I just want to give you a little bit of support there. You're a lovely person to look at on camera. Don't put yourself down, buddy.
Thank you. My chat tells me every day, but it's a little more lewd than that, and it kind of creeps me out sometimes. But they get a good laugh, so that's good. I think that just stems from like upbringing, being a ginger, right? I was constantly the guy being picked on and stuff. So it was like I was default that.
Well,
Like,
look at you
easy
now,
target, easy
baby.
pick on. Yeah,
Bro,
damn
I
right.
look
You
at
see
your
me now?
beard and hair, and I wish I was ginger now. Like you look so fucking good.
What's really
Beard
funny
I mean,
is
not
we
in high
have
school. Fuck that shit. I wanna
yeah,
like start at like 24
Like-
or whatever.
yeah. That's when you get the shiny alt, full art alt. Yeah. It's really funny that we have soulless and soul. So like this is like the perfect dynamic.
That took me a split second to get. I was like, "What? Oh, I get it."
That's why I also
All right,
bought a Kia Soul, so
rename
that
the
way I actually
frame.
own one.
Rename it, yeah. So if you suddenly had no audience, just 0 subs, 0 follows, 0 everything, would you still make content? Would you try to regain what you had lost, or you would just be like, "Well, that's it. I'm all done here."
Oh God, I'd have to like first get over the mental breakdown and cry to my wife for like forever. But then, if I had to start over, would I still do it? Yeah, I'd still do it. I mean, it's fun to just do. Um, yeah, like that's really the long and short of it. Like if I had to start over, I would probably do like kind of the same route that I was going, where I would start off with just making videos and talking about things that I like and like little guides and here and there. And it wasn't until like later too, like, and I would repeat the same process where eventually I would show up on stream and start doing that for the purpose of just having another way to connect with folks who might like leave comments and stuff like that, and just kind of be this semi ever present sort of thing. So I mean, I've definitely still do it, but yeah, you kind of threw me for a loop because I would just also have like this heavy brokenheartedness that I'd be carrying with me and be like, where did all my people go? But I'm gonna keep
existential
fighting to
dread.
get you guys back. It would be
to
like this
reword
kind
the
of,
question. If you got canceled tomorrow, how would you
No,
rebuild
actually-
everything?
Like let's rephrase. Like let's say that you have $1 million in the bank, okay, and then your
Right.
channel on
Lex can
YouTube
say that
gets
easily.
deleted, and then everything gets deleted. So people didn't leave you; everything just got wiped, and then everybody forgot who you were. Like just because Men in Black, I don't know, whatever.
Spider-Man,
And
Doctor
then you have
Strange.
to start over, so you don't have to stress about not paying bills because you got $1 million in the bank. But
That's
would
cool.
you still like that's now I'm curious. Would you still do it? Would you still do everything? Because you got the recipe now. Because if you do it exactly what you're doing, you're successful. Like you get clean video, clean there's no way people don't.
Oh yeah, 100%. I would do it because I just really like doing this. Like there's a tremendous fulfillment where you know like let's say you're at like some corporate job or you're like a regular job. End of the day you're kind of serving someone else's needs or you're serving some other product or something like that that's not yours, it's not you. But then making content, at the end of the day, I'll be like, all right, cool, upload, boop, or schedule for like whatever, and then in a little bit, everyone's gonna see these things that I made, that I put together, that I threw up, and there's it's that satisfaction of being a creator, like that's why they call it content creation, because it's something that's you. You're the product. Sure, I'm using WoW as like this vehicle for that, but there's a certain happiness when people can look forward to be like, oh, cool, it's a soul video or something like that, and that's something that is highly addicting. And if I had to start over again, yeah, I would do it again, just so I can get that feeling of, ooh, I got my first 10 subs. Check it out, guys. I quit. I quit. Job's over. I'm doing
And
this
all
full
three of
time,
us are your
baby.
first subscribers, and then when you grow to such fame, like, hey, remember I was there from day one.
That's
okay?
right.
It's something else when you see people being like, dude, I remember I was watching this dude when he only had like 1,000 subs, and look where he's at now. And people will associate that and be like, okay, that's my connection to to my favorite creator, because I was there from the very beginning. And from my point of view, it's so it I can't even describe the feeling. It's really touching to know that people have connected with you, like 5-10 years ago or so, and then they're still around, sticking around to see what you're doing. Cool.
people who've been around for 5-10 years, it's like you literally grow up with people in a way, and it's wild just how many stories you've shared and experiences you've shared and the highs and lows and whatnot. There's something so unique about that, I feel like, from a content creation standpoint.
Yeah, I'm surprised
with-
Lex and I are still friends after like 6 years.
You're the easiest
Cold.
person to be a friend with.
Cool.
Because you want to know why? Because I'm not the type of person that thinks about reaching out. I live in a bubble. Right? Every morning I wake up, I do my day, and then I go to bed, and then I don't think about tomorrow, and I don't think about the previous day. I might have a illness. I don't know. But I live in a circle which I just do this, and if people don't poke into my bubble to say hello or do something, then it's not because I hate them. It's just
You're on a hamster.
I just do this all day. So because you're the type of person that pokes, that goes like, "Hey, dude, let's have a shooter. Let's drink with me." And if you don't do this, then I don't. That's perfect. It's literally the
friendship's
perfect
dead.
friendship.
by the way. So like,
It's literally the perfect friendship because of it. I need people that poke me every once in a while. Otherwise, I don't remember that there's a world out there. It's crazy.
Lux,
yeah. It's easy as hell.
with midnight, Luxthos, with midnight approaching, do you feel at all a new spark when it comes to your creative drive, or does the new expansion just add pressure? Like, does a fresh WoW cycle affect your creativity on any level? I mean, now the weak horse isn't there anymore.
Yeah, it's like
Little
honestly,
elephant,
I'm just so lost. And I had to do like almost like a little grieving period where for a couple of months I was like, that's it. Everything I worked for, everything I've been building for the past 7 years in one patch is just gone. Like everything is like the question you asked earlier for like if your channel and everything was good. That's how I felt when they pretty much announced that WeakAura was like combat stuff was out. I was like, shit. That's what people know me for. What am I supposed to do now? But I'm there's a part of me that's relieved, and there's a part of me that's sad, and there's a part of me that's also bored, not having anything to do right now. Like, I want to do cooldown manager profile. I would love to go through every single class and do a better job than what Blizzard is doing, because right now it kind of feels like they just vomit all the spells on the bar, and it's like, well, here's your cooldown manager. And then you still need to log in. You need to enable all of that. And then you're like, why the hell is disease like in utility? And then like you got to clean all that up. And then you still have to do like a part of the work. Obviously, it's a million times easier than opening weak ores and creating 18 million triggers. And like, obviously. But I still want to do that because I've always done it. And I'm going to do it for myself. And I know that people are going to come to my channel and ask me, Lux, can you share what you've done? I know the cycle is going to repeat again just because I made a little bit of a name for myself in that space, so I know it's going to happen. So I'm just going to repeat what I did, which is just I made the interfaces for myself initially, and then I shared them. So I'm just going to try to do the same thing again, except I'm a little bit upset because now I don't have any control over it because I'm not a programmer. I've never been. I've always been more of a UI UX person. My goal has never been to make things the prettiest or to make things the most. I like when things are pretty, but I like when things are simple too. So it's one of the reasons, for example, that I've never installed like a full LVI interface. Not that I hate it. I think it looks gorgeous and it's amazing. But to me, it always introduced a layer of problem when patches arrive and then it's not getting updated. And then you need to. So I was trying to go, okay, how do I make an interface that is the most simple and minimalistic, not design-wise, but utility-wise and like feature-wise, right? And so that's what I did initially. That's what I want to do again now. The problem is now all the tools are taken away from me because WeakAura was my gateway into creating interfaces without having any programming language, any programming knowledge or background, right? Because I've always worked in front-end stuff, my brain is more creative and UX and UI than logical in programming. So I can't just, I don't even want to start learning like LUA and try to figure out how to make my own add-on. I have zero interest in that. And so, yeah, it's kind of weird because now I feel like I want to create something, but I don't have the tools. So I feel like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I need to sneeze, but I can't, it's like, it's super frustrating because now I can't do anything. Now I'm just waiting for somebody to make an add-on that's going to allow to at least have the styling of the cooldown manager and then the bars and all that stuff. But now everybody wants to become the next LVY and like, ugh, it's yeah. So I don't know what it's doing to my creative juice, but it's a little bit more headache than I would like. Because I feel like also there's go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna add, like, I feel like people have kind of a little bit of an expectation as to, but I love writing on that expectation, right? People are like, "Are you gonna make something?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" You know, like I want to do something, but I feel like I don't have the tools anymore to do it. So I'm gonna have to make something that's gonna be subpar or like not as good as I would like it to be because I have almost zero control over anything. Now I'm gonna have to use an add-on that does the resources. Previously, I was creating everything from the color to the border to every condition that was added in there. It was my decision that was like, I want it to look like this because I feel like it communicates information better. And now I don't have that anymore. Now the only thing I can give you is my ordering of my spell, what I think is logical, and then like the placement of the UI, which still a lot of people love, but I feel like I just lost like 80% of my usefulness, I guess, for people that did enjoy what I was doing.
Yeah, that's got to be so frustrating for you. And this isn't something I feel like we need to talk about forever and ever and ever. But yeah, I don't envy you in this moment, that's for sure, because a lot of people have been using your stuff for a long time. And just to have weak auras and then by extension, specific weak auras just gone, that's tough. That's tough for just more than just you, you know?
Yeah, for sure. At the same time, I'm relieved though because I think World of Warcraft is going to do better without it. I'm part of the crowd that's a little bit that's very optimistic in this end, even though I'm probably the one that has the most to lose about it. I mean, I say that and I don't charge for anything, so it's like I've always given everything for free. And like people always ask me, like, "Oh, you're just angry because you're losing money." I'm like, everything is free, man. I've been sharing this stuff online like for $0 for 7-8 years now. But it's just, it still gave me a name. It still put my face out there. It still, in my opinion, allowed me to do what I do today. And that's why I always promised people that it was going to be free because I feel like I owed it to people because, you know, so. And now that's taken away from me a little bit. So it's kind of like, I'm happy for the game, but I'm a little bit sad that I don't get to have fun with those tools anymore and do that. It was a fun time, right? The last like 2-3 months before the expansion came out, it was weak ore season, right? Everybody would jump in. All right, you need to, what are you cooking, Lux? You know, like, and now I don't have that anymore.
Idea, hear me out, Lux. Instead, you make weak ores for your stream. And then it's like, oh, hey, look, there's a hype train. Oh, look, okay, it activated. You have a cooldown. Hey, do you know your prime sub's up? There you go. It's like a little bar that goes down.
Yeah, that would be fun, except that would require programming.
Effort. Yeah.
Can't have effort.
That's the part I don't have. Weak Aura was perfect. It was literally like the best framework ever. It was crazy.
God, man, I don't. Oh God, don't get me started on it.
Let's
please.
not talk about
it. Soul, same question. Midnight's coming. How do you feel? Is this a fresh WoW cycle? Does this fresh WoW cycle affect your creativity? Are you excited? Are you kind of just like, oh God, there's so much work to do now? Like, what about you? What about you?
I mean, for me, it's kind of routine because there are things that I'll be working on all the time. It's like if I'm not working on, hey, here's the new patch or whatever coming, let's start explaining everything about it. If it's not exactly that, it's going to be like, okay, let's figure out, let's do a big listening thing and let's find out what the community is saying about these sorts of things. And so going into Midnight, like there's a lot of that very sameness of, hey, here's the new systems. Like, for example, I'm really big on professions. So I'm going to very soon be talking about like the changes that are coming out from that, and that's kind of routine. The part that's less routine is player housing because it's a brand new system, new everything, a totally different approach. And it's unlike other things, it's reaching out to an entirely new audience that didn't feel serviced before. And so now we're seeing it's kind of like a gold rush right now. We're seeing all sorts of new kinds of creators who are showcasing things, whether it's their own creations or if they're, like in my case, I'm going to be doing tours of
I saw that earlier today.
Who want me to, yeah. So I basically just have a form where it's like, hey, yeah, just sign up, and then I'll come visit your place, and during stream we'll all have fun together, and maybe I'll feature these on videos in the future. So there's going to be like some new things that not just me, but other people are going to come out with new creators who are going to do like, oh, here's a speed build of this, or here's how to make this fancy piano or guitar using player housing assets. And so,
yeah, all these Sims mains for years have such a huge advantage on us. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're so good at this, and I'm so bad at it. But I'm also so excited to like share these things. And so like, hey, cool, I have this platform, this audience with which to share these other users' creations, and that'll kind of like loop together into a new thing. So there's a lot of same stuff, but there's a lot of new stuff to be really excited for too.
I never thought I would be this excited about player housing.
Yeah. I'm already prepping sub goals for like MTV Cribs and like HOAs and like RP and that kind of stuff. Like I got everything
playing
planned
WoW
out.
off stream. Like it's like, do you understand how
it's weird?
Like placing cups on like I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Let's rotate the barrel. Oh, it fits
to get like the right.
I'll post a screenshot on Twitter.
Oh my goodness, Touchpad. What about you, man? Are you what about your creative juices, your creative flow?
Well, Warriors didn't get Bloodlust, so anything I give up on Warrior theory crafting. That's it. I put in my effort for at least 2 months. That's a valiant effort to make a lot of memes on that I know wasn't going to happen anyway.
I agree with you, by the way. I saw that tweet or that TikTok or whatever the heck it was, 3 weeks ago, something like that. Warriors, I agree, dagnabbit. If anyone's going to inspire people to attack faster and harder, let it be Warriors.
Just roar people.
Definitely not.
Get it.
Can we delete them?
Yeah, hey, all for deleting Vokers, say aye.
I don't like him.
3 out of 4.
You're muted.
We are the council.
Oh, perfect. No, that was perfect. No.
Okay. Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect. Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. I interrupted you. Back to the answer of the question. Sorry.
The creative juice is like, I'll mess around a little bit with Arms and Fury. I'm not a theory crafter. I just like to see like how the class kind of plays loosely, and then give like a brief explanation. Like, this seems kind of neat. Not sure about that. Somebody smarter than me out there is going to say this. Like that's about it when it comes to like class stuff. For the dungeons, I always like exploring it. I don't really like do overcaps or like reviews on like Mythic Plus or raid stuff. Like that's all a totally different market. I just like to make funny little silly videos and skits in most cases, and then I'll explain some news. So like as far as creative juices, I keep close attention to like some things happening, and it just seems like at midnight there's so many different avenues for like different shit going on, and it's like, okay, well, let's focus on like this bubble, make a few memes around that, and then explain like a patch note that they made this change, that it's going to be like cheaper to do this or like more accessible. So like as far as creative juices, there's a lot there. It's kind of like, okay, which lane am I picking today?
Mm-hmm. Man, I had a question while you were. I struggle with retaining memories and information. Like once I have a thought, boom, it's gone. I had a question, now it's gone. So
you have a phone. What? You have phones, don't you? Don't you guys have phones? Just write it down on your phone.
Dang it, man! It'll probably come to me long after the stream, the show ends tonight. I'll tweet it, be like, "Touchpad, I remember."
Yeah, just let us know at like 2 a.m. Just restart the stream, get us back on all the call, and then we'll put it at
it. Everybody tired. Touchpad hasn't went to bed
yet.
Boys.
Yeah, I'm just drunk. I'm like, what's up, guys?
What is that?
What was the question?
All right, we're gonna move on to
making weak cores, and we'll do player housing instead.
Dude,
we'll just do that.
I say do it, man. Lock it in. We're gonna move on from why to how. So no, we're not going to talk necessarily about why we're creating, but we're going to talk about how we create. I want you guys to walk me through your process, not the polished version. I want to know the real stuff here, and I want to start with you again, Touchpad. What is making content like for you? Earlier you said you just turn it on and it takes you 15 takes. Is that it? Is that it for you? You got a thought? Go?
Kind of. I'll doom scroll in my bed for a little bit to see if anything's trending, what people are talking about. As I think a lot of people do nowadays, just doom scroll in bed either at the start of your day as you're starting to wake up or at the end. I'll like save a few posts, but like, that's funny. I think I can make something WoW centric about that. Got it. And then I'll pass out for 15 minutes and wake back up. I'm like, oh, go to the computer and try to knock it out in 3 takes. Genuinely, that is most days. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's most days. When it comes to like news or like something like major announcement happens, right? Like midnight or like a warrior class change, then I'm a little bit more like, oh crap, I gotta like actually look stuff up now and like do some research. Okay, I want to talk about these points. Don't need to break down all these to a T. Like leave those for the comment section. This is what I want to like highlight and prioritize. And And that's pretty much it. And then there's a mass upload onto every platform based on whatever timestamp it is for each platform. Because Instagram has to be posted at 12 o'clock, but then like on TikTok has to be posted at 1:15, and then YouTube I have to schedule it for 12:30. And then I have to use different tags for every single one for like how it functions in most social media platform, which is a nightmare and a half. I spend more effort doing that than I do like actually making the video, if I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Bro, I just
It's like what
I
algorithm?
just put the same title tag and I schedule a date and it's
Yeah,
like
it doesn't work. There's a system, and it's annoying and it's constantly changing.
So I assume you have a bit of a different process. Is that correct?
It's
Okay.
it's
I thought
a lot.
You were muted.
It's,
I'm sorry. I'm
it's a lot
sorry.
of.
I apologize.
No, I'm actually good this time.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
There's it's a lot of everything because I'll make all sorts of different kinds of videos. Like sometimes I'll be on stream and then it's like, ooh, there's some news thing or like there's a trading posting, and so I'll do like I'll just rip a React kind of thing like right then and there, straight up upload it. All right, cool. Hey, thanks chat for helping me make this video. We did it together. Whoop-de-doo. But then I also have I'm also like locked into like routines. I love having a routine. If there's something that I can do like every week all the time that feels like, it feels like a job, but at the same time I love having that sort of structure too. So like the Monday videos, I've been doing a Monday video every Monday ever since I believe like Shadowlands. So that's like 50 years now. Where I'll take a few minutes to talk about what's happening in the game because there's always something like a little bit different because there's an event going on because there's a new thing happening. And so, there's always going to be a certain audience that's going to take value from getting that. And when I came up with that, what sounds like kind of a no-brainer thing, not anyone, no one was really like quite doing it in a very static and a very scheduled way. So I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and take up the space. Like now it's mine, suckers, haha. But then there are periodically I'll have like other stuff I'll want to put out as well. So like, hey, there's add-ons. It's a new patch, and here's some cool add-ons that people might be interested in checking out. And I'll usually focus on like smaller add-ons, or more importantly, things that are like new, people that others might not have heard of before, that are a bit more obscure. There's a lot, but the big thing for me is like I'm very driven by like deadlines because of that, because I have like this kind of rigid schedule. Like in about 6 hours from now, I should be finished with the Monday video. Like everything's like put out, ready to go. But then I also have to like set up other things that I want to do for this week, like professions, and it thankfully because of WoW's routine these days, where we get a patch like every like 8 or so weeks, there's always something to like prep for and to kind of stage and to start like taking notes on. So that way, as we get closer and closer to deadline, then I'll be like, all right, I barely have anything done. I gotta really like bust my ass and start pumping stuff out. But it's like a little bit of everything that's going on all at once, and so it just never stops for me.
Are you saying that today's podcast might delay your video or disrupt your video process? Is that what I'm hearing?
It will mean that I will lose a lot of sleep, for sure.
You didn't have to say yes to the show. Holy moly, man!
I am
going to say yes to it.
Yeah. Just getting took up by day. I defeat the dogs earlier. Like that threw them off schedule. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what day it is. They're confused.
Oh God! I just threw everyone's day for loop. I'm so sorry. So when I'm about to ask you in 4 minutes, hey guys, it's 8:11 right now, but at 8:15 I'm going to ask you, is everyone okay staying a little bit longer because we're barely into the episode? Should I be worried about your responses?
I have a stream.
No, I got all evening 10. Is logged in for you.
10. Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure. All right. Well, I'll ask you in 4 minutes. Almost 3 minutes now. Lux, I want to hear about your process, man. Not the polished version. I don't want to hear that one. I want to hear the real deal.
Listen, I never polish anything.
What about your dome?
And it's funny. No, it's actually kind of. I need to shave it.
I was going for every kind of polish maneuver on my end.
No, but it makes me honestly like I envy a lot of people that have the work ethic and the work structure of Soul and Touchpad and all these other content creators that I look, because I feel like every single day I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and I like on a real genuine sense. And I never feel super motivated to create recorded content because I fell in love with content creation for the live component. Like to me, that has always been the part where I think I thrive the best, chatting with people and just hanging out and just being like a now kind of guy. When I have to sit down and do something, my brain tries to take control of like it's just nothing. I have like a really hard time focusing on doing something unless I'm feeling hyper motivated to like bring out some stuff. Like a lot of the time when I was, which is weird because it's not even related to WoW. It was like when Diablo 4 came out or Path of Exile. I was making live guides for these things, and those were probably some of my most watched content on YouTube, or random ass, absolutely not properly theory crafted Diablo 4 guides. I was just literally like on stream playing, and I was like, I'll make a guide for YouTube live right now. I'll just vomit words for 15 minutes, clip it, and then it's getting like 200K views.
Double
like,
dip. That's just being efficient. That works.
Yeah, I know, but
I did that last night for the
I
housing
was
tour.
able to like, we're gonna do it on Monday. Monday we'll wake up. After the day I wake up, I'm like, what day is it? Like, I don't even know. Like I'm streaming 7 days a week, and I take like a day off a month, and I'm like, what year is this? It's like I feel like I'm just like rolling down the hill of content creation, and I have no idea. And every day I feel guilty that I'm not more. And that's like the big part too, is that I look up to a lot of people's content, and I'm like, oh man, it's so clean. It's good. It's working. Why am I not able to sit down and do this stuff? And I realize that I don't feel super happy doing that part. I feel happy when I'm live and when I don't think about figuring out stuff, when I can just talk to people and hear about their problem, talk about my problem, or talk about the game, or argue over whatever, if mustard belongs in a grilled cheese, like it's just one of those, like that's what makes me genuinely happy. And I struggle a lot with the just sitting down and like, and I keep beating myself, just even clipping stuff. Like I've started doing it a little bit more regularly, where I sit down, I go clip a bunch of stuff, and then I upload it, and then I do but I don't go touchpad like time, and no, I just put keywords, title, 11:30 on all platform, and already that I feel like extremely proud when I get it done. But then I'll skip like 2-3 days, and I'm like, oh, I'm a failure. It's like,
I gotta have a sit down talk with you on how to clip things live to make it a lot easier on you.
Oh, I mean, I use a Stream Ladder, which it has like an AI clipping thing, and it's been helping me out a lot. I just put my VOD in it, and it will vomit 20 clips, and it's like there's 2 of them. Also, why have I been saying vomit so much? Maybe
it's all good, man.
It's foreshadowing.
I don't know what's going on? Yeah, I use that tool, and it helps me out a lot. It's been super great. But yeah, I don't like scripting things, but it makes me constantly feel like I'm not doing enough. It's weird. It's really, really weird. So it's the feeling that I'm battling a lot. So that's how my process, I guess, is. I don't have a process. That's my process. I just go live, and I hope people show up, and just, I don't know what I'm doing.
Everything you just said is exactly how I feel, man. So I truly,
I mean, I look at your podcast, and I'm like, fuck, he's gathering a bunch of people. You're doing the effort of doing the whole thing. My effort is like,
the hardest thing about this show is coordinating the schedules, and then I try my best just to stay out of the 3 people I just want to stay out of everyone's way, because people don't tune. I'd say this sincerely. I'm not trying to put myself down. Like, people aren't tuning into the podcast to listen to me. They want to hear about you guys. They want to hear from you guys. So the hardest part, 90% of the work, is just like, how the heck do I schedule 3 prominent creators, streamers, whoever at the same time? That's the toughest part. So,
by the way, I'm not doing anything. Huge mistake. Lux was part of that.
God. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, was I on Touchpad's podcast, or were me and
it was just a one-time episode, and it's kind of like this. It was like inside content creation, just like explaining different people's like
it was
process.
Fun though. Like I have
it was like 6 years ago. But the problem was, it was Panda in Australia, Mr. GM in England, Revelol in Midwest, and then Lux on East Coast. That was the most nightmarish fucking scheduling I've ever had to do.
I agree.
Never again.
So, just so you guys know, the 3 of you guys know, I'm going to be jumping around the outline a little bit just to shave off some time. It is 8:17. You guys good going a few minutes later than I say 8:17 because that's what time it is for me. You guys good going another 15, 30 minutes beyond the
I can do
half
this
hour?
until tomorrow.
Ooh,
Wow.
okay.
Soul
All right,
can't.
all right.
Soul has a video.
Soul can't. Right. Soul's got he's got a video to get out.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right.
I
can rip
I'm
it
streaming
out.
45 minutes, so like if we cap it at like 30, that's where I have to take off.
Well, you have a stream in 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, that's a problem. All right, fair enough. Let's fast track this. Touchpad, how do you decide when an idea is ready and it's not just a thought that you've had?
I don't do that. I'm a warrior brain. What do you mean? Like I got 2 brain cells in a good day. I don't really have like a thought process for it. Like it really is just improv. Like what's the mood I'm feeling today? What's the energy I can bring to a camera? And like, what do I want to talk about? As far as like a thought, it's doom scrolling and then looking at news. I'm like, that'll do. All right, cool. Got it.
And then you just roll with it.
And I roll with it. Yeah. I'm not kidding. I know it sounds like a joke. That's just
no. I'm processing because for me, I struggle with the scripting, but I also struggle with like, oh, that sounds like a good idea, and just going. So
yeah, easy solution. I don't script anything. Again, I'm dyslexic and I failed English for 8 years. If I have to script anything, it's going to take me 5 times as long.
That's amazing. Lux, do new expansions, especially Midnight with its big UI and systems changes, do you find that you're being pulled towards certain types of content? I know you prioritize live streaming, like we just have, like we've said a few times. Do you feel creatively excited, or do you think you're a bit more worried with everything that we know so far about the expansion?
You mean Midnight specifically, or you mean like in general?
No. Let's specify with Midnight.
I mean, I definitely feel like when you say like, or do you feel pulled towards like a certain type of content? Like, I definitely feel like when a new expansion for WoW comes out, I feel like I have to play WoW in a way that's like which is weird because there could be like another game I feel like playing, but I'm also like, okay, well, I mean, I've built my channel on this. I kind of have to honor that a little bit. Sometimes it naturally kind of just, oh, I'm having fun. And like right now, player housing, for example, I'm completely addicted, which is fun. But then I'm not getting any work done, not that I have to do anything because nothing is stable. All classes are a mess and everything is a mess. So it's like there's nothing to work on right now. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, it's right now it's kind of it's the most lost I've ever been because normally there's a schedule. Week or up comes out with their beta, then I play out with it. I check, is everything stable? Am I getting 20 LUA error a second? No, cool. Okay, let's get to work, right? And then I'll do like a first draft of every class and then adapt every time Blizzard changes something. And it's like, okay, they change, I'll usually wait until the first like big passes of all classes. And then I'm like, okay, everything seems semi-stable. Let's start building weak ores. And then we'll do that for like a month straight every single day. And then people come in and give me, and now I don't even know when to begin or what to do, or I'm just like kind of waiting for Blizzard to, because it doesn't seem like they figure it out really what was their UI supposed to do. Like it feels like they're still going to be coming out with features. Like there's still classes right now like Shaman that doesn't even have a resources. They're still using a buff, which is like the most outdated thing ever. Like if it wasn't for add-ons, Shaman have to look. Whoop, I look okay. If it wasn't for the buff, what the hell is happening? I think I'm too angry. Like my
I think that's Blizzard trying to have you silenced. They're talking about Shaman buff, and they're like,
don't talk about Maelstrom stacks. Don't talk about it.
But it's like the weirdest thing. It's like, how is this going in production? Like, why are Shaman having to filter a little 10-stack buff in the middle of 18,000 buff for their main resources? Like, how is that going live?
That's why. All right, Lux. That's why. They don't want you to play
Shaman. That blows
Shaman.
my mind. And then their solution was like, oh, we're just going to unprivate it. So you guys figure it out, which is like, that's the whole thing you guys are trying to fix right now is this whole, like, take care of it. Stop letting us take care. Do it. So I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit lost, but I'm optimistic. So I guess that's how I'm standing on.
I think a lot of people would agree with that. And I mean, I'm an optimistic guy by nature, so I want to be optimistic. But I have worries. I have concerns. Yeah, man.
I keep telling people like I keep telling people like World of Warcraft has been like, why wouldn't you trust the company that's been making the #1 MMO for 21 years? Why wouldn't you trust them? Right? That's been kind of my go-to recently. And yes, they've done messed up, they've done mistakes, but they're still building the #1 most popular MMO of all time right now. So if there's anybody that you should trust, it's probably them. Even though, like, yeah, they've a lot of the time they might have messed up, and there's a couple of expansion that you might have not liked, and there's a couple of things that weren't perfect. But in the end, if they weren't good at what they're doing, then World of Warcraft wouldn't be what it is, right? Like it's not like it's just like 4 clowns that are just doing random things and hoping things work, you know? Like it's calculated. They have good people. It's like people keep telling me like, why haven't they hired you to do like who the fuck do you think I am? I'm a nobody on the internet. There's people over there with like UI background and like they went to university for this. Like I have problem pronouncing Vermont. Like I'm not gonna help them with I'm nobody, you know, like I just like, sure, I might have a different like view on things, and it's easier for me to process things because I'm a one single man team person, right? Like if I make a decision, I just go with it, and I don't really give a shit if anybody doesn't like it. Blizzard has to worry about other stuff. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm not even building a product or selling anything. I'm just there we go.
There you go. Here's a freebie.
Yep,
Have fun.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
exactly. And then it either people like it or they don't, right? Like which is so it's okay. That was a long rant, but
no. The rants are most welcome, I assure you. So we had talked earlier, or you had clarified earlier, you're definitely a deadline-driven kind of guy. So what does your editing routine look like? Right now, you've got something like ready to rock and roll. You have to edit something tonight. So like, what's that process for you?
Well, like the Monday videos, like those are extremely routine. You know, I straight up like say the same thing, you know, all the time. You know, like, hey, what's happening this week in Warcraft? Hey, it's all yada yada yada. And it's just a question of, you know, with those, it's just, hey, I'm just gonna look at what's going on in the news, what is on the calendar. You know, those do a lot to inform me as to like what's gonna happen. And from there I just kind of like sit for a while. I'm like, okay, do I want to word things like a little bit differently? Is there any information that I want to add? Do I want to fill a little bit more space so the video is like, you know, more than 5 minutes long? So that's you know, that's one part of it. It's more like the Saturday videos, you know, the Warcraft Weekly stuff. That is a lot more. It's a lot more driven by player feedback. So a lot of what I'm doing is trying to listen as to like what folks are saying about like subjects that are important to me. You know, like something that's like there's a big hole in my content where I don't really talk about like add-ons. I don't talk about the weak auras having gone away. Like that's not really a big conversation piece for me because at least for me as a player, weak auras don't you know, weak auras just aren't part of like what I do. And so it's not like I'm not trying to express to people or try to force people to be like, no, who cares about weak auras? They're dumb anyway. No, it's just not something that really like enters my radar. And so I bring up other things that at least I'm interested in because I end up being a lot more passionate about it. I could speak to it a little bit more because otherwise, if I'm talking about, hey guys, here's like the top 5 classes about such and such, and I don't know jack about anything except for like my class as a, you know, my class in spec as a protection paladin. Those are the things that I care about. And so outside of that, you know, my lack of knowledge, I'm not going to pretend that I know things. I'm just going to stick to things that, again, I'm passionate about and that I think people are talking about most. You know, so I'll be talking about more casual things like, oh God, these transmog prices, they're ridiculous. And here's, you know, here's what people are saying. And people tend to like that. They tend to like knowing that their concerns are at least being echoed by like they're being platformed by a larger creator who is at least echoing like their kinds of sentiments, and that there's someone who understands where they're coming from. That's a big part of the outline. It's to kind of like take what people are saying and then kind of spit it back to them, knowing that they're being seen, knowing that they're being heard, and then I'll offer like some of my takes and my opinions to create a certain value as to, hey, here's what I happen to be saying about that stuff.
Yeah, in a sea of like all PPers and like class guides, writers and whatnot, and like raid encounters, there's a large majority of players out there that don't care about being the top performing for this class, for this scenario. And there's a lot of things like, hey, this seems like a concern over here for a pet battle. Straight up. It's like, you're right, that is a concern. Why do you have to pay 500,000 gold for that? That's kind of outrageous. Like, and it is comforting. I see that all the time in my chat, all the time. Like, people expressing like, hey, do you see this touchpad? I was like, see what? Holy crap, what? And like, it's like this some kind of like ridiculous complex puzzle to unlock a tree. And it's like, huh, okay, well, yeah, maybe people should voice an opinion on that.
I want to.
Yeah, this is definitely your least skillful panel that you've had so far.
I was saying
J Dot and Jack and like.
Yeah, I was talking about I was telling to Brutal before. I was like, because he invited me, I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I was looking at, okay, let me look at what else he's doing to kind of get an idea of what kind of host he's going to be. And I'm seeing the lineup and the topics and all that stuff, and I'm like, I can't speak to shit. I don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about. So I'm typing to the dude. I'm like, all right, so you got to let me know what's going on, because I'm going to feel like super out of place if you're going to be talking about like keys. Yeah, you're going to be talking about keys. I'm going to be like, well, I do like, I sometimes
I know where
take
to put
KSM.
them, but...
You know, it's cool. Yeah, these are nice, but
that was the.
I'm the drunk mount guy. I think I have something to offer here. Like that's my thing.
That was the biggest piece of feedback I've received so far over the first few episodes. It's like, listen, it's great that you're getting these guys on that are world first raiders and whatnot, but can we talk to people? Can we hear from people that, you know, actually play the game at a more, you know, reasonable, sensible level?
And I'm like, people that suck. I want to relate, goddammit.
We need a housing main on the next broadcast, okay? Please. Housing mains. I've seen housing casuals.
How do I make
those
a
people
piano?
suck.
Oh my goodness. I do want to jump ahead a little bit and talk about burnout and pressure and you know, just kind of trying to stay relevant and whatnot in this day and age. And Lex, I want to start with you. When was the first time, assuming it's happened, assuming that content creation like genuinely stressed you out?
I feel like it kind of has to stress you out a little bit every day. I feel like otherwise it's kind of an insane job to pursue if if you feel 100% comfortable, like at some point, then I feel like you're delusional, or like or you're extremely self-confident. But like for me, it's every day is almost a battle where I have to be like, oh, they showed up again. They don't know the trick. They don't know there's other people, you know, like, so it's one of those things where I feel like when I got my massive burnout in mid Shadowland, where everything World of Warcraft was just like, holy, I don't want to be here anymore right now. I don't feel comfortable being here. I don't feel good. The game doesn't feel fun. I'm not having fun. There's this whole negative aura around the game and around everything and I just felt so bad, and it just burnt me out faster than I've ever been burnt out of World of Warcraft. And then at that moment I was like, oh, but I've only been playing World of Warcraft for the past 3 years. Like, what am I gonna do now? Or 4 years? I don't remember how long it was. And then I just from the next day, I proceeded to never log on to World of Warcraft for the next year. Literally for a full year, I didn't even, and the thought of opening WoW was making me like anxious and like not, like I was genuinely disgusted. I couldn't think about it. And that's when I realized, I was like, oh shit, I burnt out. Like that's when I was like, okay, that's a real burnout. Like if you can't even, I couldn't even fathom the idea of logging on to fix weak ores. I was just telling everybody like, well,
you're on your own.
Figure it out, and whenever I feel like it, because that has never happened again. And like in 7 years, that has never happened outside of that 1 year window where I went and played Final Fantasy, I went and played Guild Wars, and then I realized that there's a bunch of other cool communities that were willing to still tune in. And I was like, so that was my biggest failure, my biggest burnout, but it was also my biggest realization when I realized I could sustain this for a year without playing WoW. I was like, oh, okay, so maybe it's not the weak ores, maybe it's not World of Warcraft, maybe it's just people like being here.
Oh my god!
I still
maybe
don't
people like
believe
your
it.
opinions and personality. Oh my god, that's so bizarre.
But that's the thing. Even though I have all the proofs in the world, I still don't believe it or trust it, right? And I still have to. But you still have to imagine it. I feel I have to be a little bit crazy to do this. I feel like you have to kind of. You don't fully believe it, but you just go with it. You just go like, well, apparently it's true, But I don't fully. I feel like if I acknowledge it, it feels also very. It's a weird job, man. I don't even know. I mean, for me, I don't know if I would call it a job, but it's a job because in terms of hours I put into it, but I don't feel like it is, right? So that's like the distinction that I made for it. It's like I feel so happy doing it that it doesn't feel like work, but I'm still doing this. Like I stream, like I think I divided my recap, and it's like I divided my hours stream per day stream, and it's like 9 hours every single day. Like for the entire year, I've just been live 9 hours every day for the whole year. It's like, what the hell? But that doesn't feel like work at all to me. I feel super happy doing this.
Well, that's
but
the
then
old phrase,
I feel
right?
like
if
I
you do
still
what you
have a
love,
lot of it.
you never lose
Yeah.
it. You never work a day in your life. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So
100%. So yeah, that's I had that huge burnout, and that was tough.
I think
to
a
deal
lot
with,
of people, a lot of people got burned out in Shadowlands. Guilty is charged here too. You're not alone, believe me. Touchpad, have you ever burned out before? Like, has it ever happened for you?
really weird is my biggest uptick for everything I did was during Shadowlands. I think it's because everybody quit. I think that's what it was.
There's nobody left. Oh, I guess
everybody's mad. Everybody left, and then like I was the mountain guy, and I was like, "There's a lot of mounts to get, and I'm just gonna drink a lot of whiskey, and we're just gonna power through this thing."
How many do you have?
You
real
got
quick?
drunk through Shadowlands.
Hey, everybody was doing it during COVID anyways. It's fine. I have 1320 something. I forgot the exact number.
That's insane.
And even with that, I'm only in like the top 60 in
I
the
have like
world.
maybe half of that. I don't know.
God,
that's only top
almighty.
60 in the world. That's not even number one at Illidan.
That's absolutely that's ridiculous.
In the world. Imagine how many players there is. Like it's.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, when it comes to burnout, that light back there, I guess, represents that because there's one light that just keeps burning out every once in a while, like just single flame lights in the background. Sometimes I think I more so have burnout when like for content creation things, because I pretty much upload a new short form video every single day, and I've started to tell myself like, hey, take Sunday off at least. At least don't post a video on Sunday. You'll live. It'll be fine. But like, there's this voice in the back of my head like, you didn't work today. Good job. Like, fuck you. And so I'm trying to adjust with that. When it comes to burnout and WoW, sometimes I go through like a rotational cycle. So start a season, I'll push only Mythic Plus and Raid, and I'll get Keystone Legend. I'll finish out AOTC like a heroic pug, which is more of a nightmare than it should be. And then I'll go through a collecting phase, and then a PvP phase, and then a community-driven phase of like doing community events. And I just rotate a cycle like that, and that's what helps avoid the burnout for me.
Dude, I just still can't get over the fact you have over 1,300 mounts. That's absolutely insane to me.
It's very easy. Okay, it's actually
yeah, super easy. Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if you have 40,000 hours played in the game, I'd hope you have 1,300 mounts.
He has the streamer client too, so like.
Yeah, it's high drop rates. So it's
that's true. That's true. You had mentioned, maybe I should take Sundays off. It's okay. Blah blah blah. Are you worried that if you start taking, you're going to give yourself, authority, permission, excuse to take Sunday off, that, maybe I can take Sunday and Monday off? Is that something you're worried about?
I don't think it's something I'm worried about. I think it's something I'm trying to mentally work towards, actually, is like dedicating a weekend and creating that for myself. That's the difficulty I have, because I feel like I didn't do anything or deserve to exist unless I've done something with that day. Whether it be like a chore in the house, like a physical labor activity, taking care of the laundry, cleaning the house, taking care of the dogs, like some task needs to happen in order for me to feel like I'm full that day. Like I've succeeded that day.
You don't do well with like just relaxing,
just existing. Hell no.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that.
I was going to say
just exist. I need to be busy.
Of like accidentally like, I might take Sunday. Like that is the most anxious inducing thing you could do. Like, it's just, I struggle with one day a month. Like there's no way I slip into like, maybe I'll think it's just, it feels
the only day
so
I take off
wrong.
from stream is Monday. That's it. Because I wanted to make everybody's Mondays that are already bad even worse by not existing that day.
That's wild, because I think out of the three of us, I do I feel like I do the least. I don't know if that's I don't think that's true, but I only stream like Lux was saying that he streams 9 hours a day. I stream 9 hours a week. That's like my total time put together outside of like special events and things like that. And I'll kind of have weekends off. I definitely have Saturdays off where I just kind of like disengage with like most everything except for like maybe looking at comments and making sure the video posted correctly and all that stuff. Check for like grievous errors and what have you. But yeah, I'll like I guess I'm kind of injecting my own response. Like I don't burn out because I just don't do I don't stay engaged like the entire day. But when I do, then I'm like locked in. Like tonight I'm gonna be up for another like 5 or 6 hours because I want to get
I'm
like that
sorry.
thing out. But then like the next day, I'm not. I'm gonna be like less stressed because I don't stream that day. So I'm gonna go out, take a walk. Oh my God, the with these legs or whatever, and
Outside.
maybe get a haircut or whatever. So yeah, it's a lot of yeah. I don't let myself burn out, but at the same time, I like burn out very easily too. So I just try not to stay too engaged for very long.
Do
I feel
you
like that's the beauty
specifically?
of,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
recorded content versus live content, right? That's the
Yeah.
because I feel like as streaming for me feels like a radio channel. And in my mind, it's like somebody drive their car to work. They have a channel that's already on their car. It's 93.3. And that happens to be the channel that they chose and they stay there. But one day that channel isn't live. What do? You just, okay, well, now I'm on 94.3. Oh, 93.3 came back. I don't give a shit. I'll stay on, like that's the feeling
Yeah.
that I get with like
Yeah.
live content.
No, I get that.
Whereas when you're making videos, it feels like you're producing a show, right? It's like no matter what, the next episode of Dragon Ball World of Warcraft is going to be on, and then it's like, oh, you're, like people know when your content is going to be live, and they don't have to. You're not just like in the background, right? You're more something that people want to watch and look towards to and focus on and give you your energy,
Yeah.
right? It's like where instead it's when you're doing more live content, it's more like you're just like somebody else that's in the room a little bit, right? Which I
What the
feel
hell
like
is that
you
doing to
can-
my
you can-
brain then? Because I'm merging the two of those.
Yeah, I mean, you're fucked. You're
So, I mean, so to kind of tack on to what you were saying, do you feel pressure to stay relevant? And if you do, what does that pressure feel like day to day, week to week?
Pressure to stay. I mean, I'm going to kind of kick myself down, but it's kind of like I feel the pressure to become relevant in a sense. Like I never feel like, going back to like some previous questions that were asked, like I never feel like I've made it, and I'm sure like some folks will be like, no, but then blah, 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 blah. And you're right. But at the same time, like I never really feel like, I never feel like all that satisfied with anything that I'll put out. Like if a video might do well, a stream might be a banger. Oh, this drop promo, like it made so much and it helped the channel like a whole lot. But there's always going to be that. I guess I just always feel that pressure of like, well, I'm not as big as like this other person, or I'll see this other person who's like really up and coming and they're like blowing up. And I often tell myself that expression, comparison is the thief of joy. And it's something that I struggle with. I could say those things, right? That's really easy, but to actually like live it and to really like mentally
it.
fortify myself to practice it, that's so tough. It's so tough because, at the end of the day, like I was saying earlier, I feel proud of the things that I put out, but at the same time, like it's like, was that enough? Could I have done more? That's always going to be something that comes out with like every bit of content that I do. And but I also got to step back and be like, hey, you know what? Tomorrow's another day, man. Another stream, another video to put out. There's so much to look forward to, so just kind of keep pushing it.
Yeah, I think there's definitely something to be said. I think all four of us have said something to the effect of, man, like I wish I could do more, or I wish I could, do this instead of that, or I wish I was better at this than that. And we're all obviously, hopefully, human, and we're all dealing with our own struggles and trying to improve and educate ourselves and grow in certain ways and whatnot. I see that. And it's just,
You haven't been paying attention to eye blinks, right?
but yeah, I feel like a lot of people, when they tune into their favorite streamer, whether it's Touchpad, Luxthos, whether it's Soul, when they watch their favorite YouTube channel, their favorite TikToker, I think a lot of times people think, man, they've got it together. They know what they're doing. They're firing in all cylinders. But oftentimes behind the scenes, it's just like, what do I do next? Or how do I get better at this? Or why is that person, like you just said, Soul, why is that person popping off? What the heck, man? And yeah, I do my best not to compare myself, because it's like, here I have, 20, 30 viewers on any given day, and Luxthos has like 1,000. It's ridiculous, man. And it's just,
no, those are all bots. Yeah, they're not people.
Smart.
And yeah, I've gotten to the habit, I suppose, to where it's not healthy and it's not worth comparing. Just do your thing and connect with people, like you were saying much earlier on, Touchpad. Just take care of your community. And anyway, I didn't mean to go on a big tangent. I just felt it was,
dude, it's your show. You're supposed to be able to speak whenever the hell you got him.
No, I want to hear from the people. Want to hear from you guys, not me. I know you got to go in a few minutes, Touchpad, so I do want to wrap this up. We're skipping over, just so you guys know, those of you who are listening, watching, we're skipping over like 30 questions. And some might say that's because you have 4 content creators on the show, and we're all talking about stuff, and we all know and enjoy talking. So
that just means there's a part 2 down the road.
I'm not opposed to it, although I don't think Soul wants us to intrude or impede upon his editing on another Sunday night anytime soon.
No,
I'm being serious. Like, you got things to do. I respect that. I'm not trying to slow
reach
you down.
out and then I'll respond. Simple as that, man.
I think we should do like a brand new podcast just called like 4 Old Men Content Creation Therapy. Because that's what we're doing right now.
Hey, that's work.
True. That's true. I want to skip ahead real quick and ask a few quick questions about where WoW content goes next. And platforms are evolving, audiences are changing. I want to start with you, Touchpad. Do you think that the next wave of creators are going to look more like you, like TikTok personalities, quick, fast form content? Or do you think people are going to be focusing more on guides and education like they have been for a long time? Not to say that there's not room for both. There's room for that and much, much more. But if you had to guess, where do you think things are going for the rest of this decade?
Yeah, at first, for the second part of that statement, I thought you said, like, look like you. I was like, well, gingers do have to stay indoors. That is fair. Like, we'll just burn too easily. So maybe. I don't know. Like, well, it's going to be kind of weird because, like, the average age demographic for World of Warcraft it's a 21-year-old MMORPG. Look at the 4 of us. There's an audience for that, but I don't think it's like oh my God, guys, we're close to this new goal for like these bits. We need to have more bits. Like, I need to talk as fast as possible so that way I can get as much subtraction for this, and this. I need to be high energy.
There's also a video of me cutting a cake on the side so you don't lose attention.
Dude, I started adding the baby sensory videos with the dancing fruit on the bottom right to keep Chad's attention. Like, there you go, Chad. Just look at the dancing blueberries. They're like, put it back. As far as like a new wave of content creators, I think there already is a new wave of content creators, and I think TikTok is the best platform for discoverability when it comes to that kind of thing. And so that's why I'm finding a lot of like newer creators. As far as like the next generation or wave, I don't think there's like an age bracket to it. I think there's a demographic for the average person consuming World of Warcraft content for sure. So as far as like the energy levels and whatnot, I think you're going to stay relatively the same or stable. And like the Kara aspect, I think is just growing as we're all maturing and getting older. So I think a lot of people really like here's some informative content, here's educational content, here's like chill, laid back vibes. Sure, maybe you'll find like a Mythic Plus player out there that's like high octane, high energy, like it's a Call of Duty match. And that could be entertaining as hell. Absolutely. But I think WoW's category in space has been like the steady tempo for quite a while now.
Yeah, I think you definitely brought up a good point with the fact that we ain't getting any younger. And what's the next 21 years going to look like, assuming the game lasts another 21 years? It's just crazy to think about, Lux, what excites you most about the next year of creating content with Midnight coming out? and housing just released. What do you think you're going to focus on, and what do you think the game itself will wind up being? What kind of spotlights will the game receive?
I mean, if I'm being like 100% honest, like for me, World of Warcraft isn't even something that I do full time anymore. I know that the next expansion is going to come out, and I know that I'll enjoy it for a while. I'll do the first season, I'll gear up, I'll do a lot of player housing. But as soon as I feel like I don't want to log in anymore because there's either nothing that I want to chase or I don't have a goal, because there you can create yourself infinite amount of goal, which is what I did in BFA, which is what led me to Burnout. I created like an infinite loophole of goals that I could just, like Touchpad was saying, right, where I could Okay. Where I could just like infinitely like have something new to do, and that made me able to power through, but that led me to burning out. So I just listen to myself a little bit more nowadays, and I go like, okay, really enjoying this season. I'm gonna gear up my Death Knight, I'm gonna gear up my Warlock, my Shaman. But once that's done and I'm like reaching 90% gear threshold, and like I'm done with my house. Maybe I don't really have much things to collect because I'm not like a big collector. Like I like it now. Like I've been doing things that I don't even understand what I'm doing now. But so like it just I'll do this until it doesn't fit anymore, and then it's gonna be the next thing. It's gonna be Path of Exile 2. It's gonna be Diablo 4. It's gonna be hell. I've been playing the weirdest indie game, and then I just have to go through the motion that it's either I play WoW and I got 400 viewer, or I play Stardew Valley modded this thing to like 100 people, right? So it's like I just have to accept it and do it and be okay with it and be confident with it and just roll through it. But I don't have any plans. I have no idea. My plans are in the hands of game developers right now. Whatever they feel like they're releasing, that's what I'm going to try out, and that's what I'm going to do. Outside of doing a couple UI stuff, sharing that, playing WoW for the first season release, and then being excited for the next season. And in between, it's going to be whatever happens to release at the time, right? That's kind of how I've been rolling for 7 years now. It's just, whatever comes up. I rarely plan anything. Except like maybe weekly, like, hey, on the 12th, we're playing PoE because I know PoE is coming out. But don't ask me what I'm doing in January. I got no idea. Like it could be WoW. It could be like a new game that's coming out that I haven't heard of, So.
Or you could get stuck playing Dune Awakening for 3 months straight.
Yeah, like I didn't plan for that. I was like, oh, well, check out Dune. It looks cool. And like 3 months later, I'm like, it's 2 a.m. and I'm building my house. Like,
I remember when your stream was a raft stream, and I'll never forget. Okay.
So, last direct question to you before we wrap things up, man. With housing just introduced, and of course, Midnight, like we've already established multiple times, coming out, do you think that housing, with its evolution and what's coming, we know that charter neighborhoods are just a couple of months away. Do you think that people are going to become more fixated and more focused on that comparative to Mythic Plus and raiding, given the fact that it's all access? Literally everyone's going to have access to it. Or do you think it's going to be more of a niche thing and it's just like, it's here now. It's kind of popular now, or it's pretty popular now, and it'll fade away?
Well, I think it's going to be both. Like, Mythic Plus will continue to exist. High-end gaming, that's still going to be a thing that'll be supported until the game shuts down. And just like with, and with housing, it's bringing in something brand new, and where it's kind of like a scary frontier. It's a brand new thing that we haven't quite had before, where people can express themselves with this user-generated content sort of dealy that WoW has never had. And so I think we're going to see in the future, we're going to see like new, like I was saying earlier, new creators are going to pop up who are doing like speed builds, or they're going to feature like just cool things. And sometimes that's enough to get like YouTube clicks, or even, whether it's short or long form content, people just like looking at stuff. And if there's an opportunity for like some up and coming person to be like, hey, here's me quickly putting this thing together, check it out. If that makes money, if that generates clicks and traffic, then algorithms and stuff, they're going to keep promoting that sort of stuff, and that's going to inform creators. Hey, people like this. We're going to keep doing it, and that's going to be that's like the cool and scary thing that's happening right now. Even right when the alpha for Midnight had started and people started to play with housing, from their homes as opposed to just like a couple of limited play tests. We're seeing this niche category start to grow. And even if it does stay small, the people who are going to be interested in it, they're going to be really, really invested into it because, hey, it's just something cool to look at. It's something cool to create. And it's something that they already like doing because they've done housing stuff in like The Sims or Fallout or any other game where these sorts of things are possible. And then there's going to be like kind of leeches like me who are like, okay, maybe I'm not that good at it, but I'm really good at like showing off and being a platform for these people who are creating cool stuff that want to share those sorts of things. And so we're going to see things evolve from there. I think it's going to be pretty cool, but I don't think it's going to like take away from anything else because the world is wide enough. The world of WoW is wide enough to fit all these different kinds of communities. And what we're seeing here is a community that had already existed, but just hasn't been served yet. And now we're going to see that thrive and become a very visible thing now that housing has become this vehicle with which to create new content.
Yeah. You gave me an idea, and I just want to put that out there. Somebody want to snipe this? Sleeping house building content. And I'm not even joking. It's such
like
a
the YouTube videos that you go to bed to
now, which is a video to sleep to, because our generation, I don't know for you guys, but I need a video a lot of the time. I either have to watch TV or a video or something to fall asleep.
It's the old thing of like falling asleep to TV and then at 2 a.m. the sound goes off for like best
but
love
a video is
songs
better
of
because it shuts
1990.
down after 30 minutes. Like it's amazing. So there's these Minecraft videos to fall asleep on, lore videos. Somebody needs to make a channel right now, and I'm telling you, I can guarantee you you're going to be successful. Make a video. You can literally make a channel that's just you cozy building a house and barely making any sound, where you're just placing objects. You're going to get people falling asleep to that shit and loving it.
I'm already living that live, Lux. Thanks. With how late at night I stream, they're going to bed to my stream anyway.
Motherfucker, you got a disco ball running with a spider. You're not nobody.
Hey, I retired Greg. Okay.
That is a beautiful segue. We gotta get
dude like, holy shit, I was asleep.
We got to get these guys out of here. Touchpad's he's got a stream. He's got to start up here. I want to ask one final question. Keep it short and sweet here. Lux, we're going to start with you. If you could send one message.
Short and sweet start with me. You fucked up.
Yeah.
You could send one message to every aspiring creator right now, watching, listening. What would it be, man? Give us some inspirational words.
Honestly, just do it if you enjoy it. So try to sustain it in any way possible. Because I know like we didn't talk about money or anything, but just figure out a way where you can do this for as long as you can without hurting yourself or anybody around you, or like not paying bills or like not having problem with money. Figure out a way, whatever it's the job, the schedule, like whatever you can do, and then just put everything else that you have without, like, I'm not talking money-wise, I'm talking time and investment, and just put everything into figuring out what can work for you and do it until it works. And if it doesn't, then you just haven't done it long enough, or you're doing something wrong. So just try to figure that out. But yeah, put yourself in a situation where you can sustain, and then find a thing that you enjoy doing and you think is a little bit niche, and just do that thing over and over until it works.
Touchpad, same question, man. A message to aspiring creators.
Yeah.
What?
To comment what Lux was saying. Yeah, just sacrifice your 20s, because that's what I did. No more socializing, no more friends, and then you can do it. That's how it is.
Did you really sacrifice anything, though? It's not like we wanted to go out.
I mean, yeah. At that point in my life, and there was like 23. Oh yeah, I declined parties every day. I was like, no, I got to focus on this. This is something I want to make happen. So I actually did lose a lot of friends. I was about to be extroverted, and
but what have you gained? Right? What did you gain in the process?
Oh,
right?
a huge community, and most of those people are losers anyways. I hated them. No, I'm just kidding. A real message to like an aspiring creator is, I think the most important thing is to find something that you love doing, find something that you are passionate about, that you can rant for 9 hours like Lux does, and be cozy and comfortable with it. So that way it doesn't feel laborious, the way it doesn't feel like work. A lot of people go into streaming and have this idea and this concept like, oh man, I'm just gonna like quit my job because I hate this job, blah, blah. And like I'm just gonna stream full time and they're like, I'm just gonna find any way to make streaming work so I can quit my job. You traded a job for a job, motherfucker. Like you idiot. Like, because you made something even more complex than it had to be. In my opinion, that's how I feel about it. If you want to do content creation, it should be either supplying educational or entertainment, in my opinion. So if you can hit one of those two nails on the coffin and you enjoy doing that, that's what will keep you fueled and passionate about doing such. And as long as you have the willingness to learn and accept your own struggles, your path, and your growth development. But a lot of people ignore that. They just hit the go live button like, I have 0 viewers. This is horseshit. Like, like they expect it. It's like, buddy, I don't think that's the right mentality to go into doing this kind of thing. It took a long time for a lot of people and a lot of practice and look back and like showing your progression and like seeing where you've gotten to, understanding, listening. The most important thing is just be passionate about what you're doing so that way you have fun doing it and you will project that emotion in your face and how you carry yourself.
Yeah, I think passion's huge with this kind of stuff. Absolutely. And thank you, Lux and Touchpad. Thank you both for sharing your perspective and your opinions and advice and whatnot. Soul, bring us home, man. One message to every aspiring creator, YouTuber, Twitcher, whatever the case may be.
I mean, there's not too much to add.
You're muted. Sorry, you're muted. Just kidding.
I know I'm not. Shut up. I was looking too. There isn't too much to add that Lux and Touchpad haven't already. But just to say, you know, it kind of starts off as a hobby, this whole streaming content creation thing, because it's based on something that you enjoy doing and you want to just kind of share that joy with the people around you. And from there, and it can build from there into who knows what. And so I'd say like keep your goals like very, very simple. You know, you don't have to quit your day job. Please don't quit your day job yet. Because I have a story behind that, but whatever. But
4 subscribers on YouTube.
Right.
Unless they're mistreating you, also leave that thing.
Exactly. You know, just keep it fun. Keep it for, you know, stream for yourself because you're going to be doing it for yourself for a little while. You're going to have no viewers. You're going to have 5 viewers or whatever like that for a good long time until you start to the algorithm blesses you or someone just happens to, you know, be around and they happen to enjoy your personality and vibe. And as long as you're you, then you're eventually going to succeed. You know, because if you spend all your time trying to be something else because you think that's what's going to make the money, that's what's going to like bring people in, you'll start to lose yourself and your audience is going to know it. They're going to know that you're not really being genuine with them. And they're going to look for someone else who really figured their shit out better than you did. So, you know, just do it for yourself from the start and you'll be surprised where you go.
And beautiful words.
Speaking of not being yourself, this stream is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. So
it's so great. Oh my god, I've been playing.
Make sure you install it with NordVPN and make sure that Surfshark is installed over there.
And you at least need to hit level 20, but you'll get 1 free champion.
Guys, I cannot thank you enough, the 3 of you, your time and your wisdom and whatnot. I would love to sit back down with you guys sometime in the not too distant future in 2026, because I'm not kidding, we probably skipped a good 20 questions just because we've just been vibing as we said at the beginning of the episode. But real quick, just plug yourselves one more time. We're gonna start with you, Luxthos. Oh, that's the wrong direction. Start with you, Luxthos, and I'll let people know where they can find you, and then we'll get you guys out of here.
Everywhere at Luxthos, honestly. /Luxthos, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. I made it very simple, and I'm streaming pretty much every day on Twitch from 11 a.m. EST all the way to whenever I feel like not streaming anymore. So that's the schedule. That's how we do it. That's how we've been doing it for a while. So yeah, tune in, have a chat. Beautiful.
Thank you so much, man. Touchpad, take it away. Where can people find you?
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Hey, 10,000 subscribers almost. Yay. I had neglected YouTube for the first 10 years of my content creation. Fuck me. So, you know, things happen. So like Instagram and TikTok, and I stream on Twitch 6 nights a week.
That's amazing.
All the things.
All of the things. I love the fact that you guys, it's the same thing everywhere. I think I know not everyone gets so lucky, but it really does. Oh, it's so nice. Soul, take it away, buddy. Last one. Bring it home. Nope. Muted. Muted.
There we go. That was really
That's the best ending.
Just one last close out of being muted. So
right,
perfect.
right. One more error. If you go to your web browser and just type in SoulSoBreezy, then Google will take you the rest of the way through, and you'll probably find me on Twitch, YouTube, and who knows where else. So there we go.
Everywhere else. Next
Wait,
week.
you don't know where else we might find you? That's scary.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you need to look
Anywhere.
back, Lux, by the way, when you were doing your sign off and like, look, try to read my lips and what I was saying. You said, find me everywhere. I was like, oh.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. If you search far enough.
Next week, episode 7, we are going to be talking about tanking. We got Andy Brew, Amirez, and Plucka TV. And I hope I pronounce all those names correctly. Sometimes
That's
I
definitely
mispronounce
Pika.
people's names.
That's Pika.
I know.
I'll let you know
it's
ahead of
Pika,
time.
but
It's called Pika.
I used to run Mythic Plus with him. I've always called him Plucka because that's literally how he spells it. But yeah, Pika TV, I guess, is the more appropriate way to say it. But
before the show tomorrow, next week.
those guys will be here next week. We'll be talking about tanking at a very high level because those guys are super duper skilled. But for the 3 of you guys, you're extremely skilled in your own way with being amazing content creators and really fun, enjoyable people and wonderful personalities. So give yourselves a round of applause. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for carving out time to come to the show today. I will be sliding into your DMs in the not too distant future. So get out of here. I know you guys got things to do. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
For having us. Pleasure to meet both of you.
And that's a wrap for episode 6 of Brutally Honest, a WoW podcast. If you enjoyed this one, do me a favor, share it with someone who loves WoW or just someone who loves hearing about creators, being honest about the craft and about what they're doing and whatnot. I, of course, personally had a lot of fun, and I cannot thank our 3 guests enough today, Luxthos, TouchpadWarrior, and SoulSoBreezy. So if you 3 happen to watch this or listen to this, thank you. You rock. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. I hope you enjoy all of these episodes. We barely scratched the surface today, as I said at the beginning of this video, and as we established throughout the entirety of this episode. So you can absolutely expect those guys to be back on if they will do me the honor of coming back on sometime in 2026. We have so much left to talk about. If you want to keep supporting the show, subscribe. You can join the Discord. Check me out on Patreon. You can check out the streams throughout the week. I stream on Twitch Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. Central to 3 p.m. Central. That's 10 a.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern, and so on and so forth. So I'm all over the place. BrutallStatic everywhere. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I really do. This has been Brutal, and this is Brutally Honest, a WoW podcast. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing. I'll see you guys for episode 7 with some tanks, which we already talked about. I won't waste any more of your time. Have a good one.